Cabe com isso, não This is killing your son, your daughter, your children, your brother, your sister, your niece, your cousins, please share the light. Come and be a Shafi. No to drugs. That's caffeine is enough. If you just sit your whole day on and say no to drugs, my comment is enough. You don't have to be part of this life. If you say, no to and we are heading to Stadium. This is a peaceful one. This morning, just give my company share the light. Let's share the light. Let's share the light and message to our government. Let's go to drop a comment. Let's say no to the government. That's your only effort today. You can just drop a comment. Let's say no more. No more. Drop the comments to know the drop. You know, lost the drug. This is outside. You know, more like a someone else on a daily basis. People are dying on a daily basis. No more drugs. No more drugs. Say no to drugs. Say no to drugs. Society. It's a down in society. Our inventor of family, our parents are dying to drugs. They're losing their sense of Say no to drugs. Say no to drugs. Don't come on the light. Either you share the comment and say no to drugs. Let it make the board. This is a mother of concern about people. There's a strong mother concern about we share the life. That is meant to go across Nigeria. That is meant to go across this country. That is meant to go across the country. There is a strong mother here. Our mother, the Igbo superintendent of one country. Marching this message in the government that we have a long so we also have journalists are here to say and they are doing critical work. They all say no to drugs.
Drugs in the country is fucking down.
Today, this is what we call leaders. For the people, always for the people, for the masses. That's where it's dying. They don't feel like drugs and fish. You don't see Christian Ladi, that mention being His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Nigeria. This is why our special President, we share this life, bring people out here today to show that today is free from drugs. Say no to drugs. Drop it in the comment and say no to drugs. That's why all kinds of authority.
And so this is DN News Liberia. We are coming to you live from Bankabon County. Today is a massive engagement against drugs trafficking in our country, where local authorities of the county, in collaboration with the Joint Security, also being frontlined by the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, Bon County Detachment, and that of the Liberia National Police, have taken a bold step today in collaboration with the county authorities of Bon County. The march is being, headed by the county authority head, the superintendent of this county, Madam Lolia Howard Norris, and of course, the county administrator is also a part of this particular anti-drug engagement here in Bon County. Like you're listening to them, they are chanting slogan, "No more spark and die, no more drugs." This is a bold step taken by the county authorities to speak against the issue of drug intake that has continued to inflict wound on our society. So, like I said to you, local authorities of the county, in collaboration with the Joint Security, have taken a bold step here today in Bon County. This is a peace march against drugs in Bon County. Drug has been one of the leading practices that has continued to inflict wounds on the lives of young people in our country. So to have a radical stance against this, the local authorities of the county, headed by Superintendent Lolia Howard Norris, today has taken a bold step, here in the county. So my name is Jacob Kemun on this commentary here, as we all bring you this live here today. And be aware, today is September 19, 2025, and of course this is the date the county authorities have decided to take a bold step against drugs trafficking. As you may be aware, Banka has some ghettos. There are some level of ghettos wherein the DEA has taken some level of bold steps in past time, carrying on some ghetto raiding exercises. But today, the county authority has come to join forces with those in the position of fighting drugs to see how best they can amplify their message on the issue of drugs intake right here. So it's a welcoming ceremony today right here in Bon County. So the local authorities of the county, in collaboration with the Joint Security, today has taken a bold step in Bankabon County in the fight against drugs trafficking, has continued to inflict wounds on the society. Bon County citizens are in their numbers. I also see the city mayor, Honorable Galai Bapla, also on this particular peace march. Members of the disabled community, as well as local authorities of the county. So they are here today having this engagement in Bon County. course, local authorities of the county, in collaboration with the Joint Security, have taken a bold step today against drugs. As you may be aware, drugs is one of the leading practices that has continued to inflict wounds on the society. So the commander of police, Bon County Detachment, Professor B. Sharif, is here today, leading the campaign against drugs. Like I see, he's here all over black, also very concentrated today, making sure that the message against drugs trafficking can also be amplified. So local authorities, including the Joint Security, they have taken this bold step to see how best drugs trafficking in our country can be curtailed, especially Bon County being a central region, a transit point, of course, where the citizens have taken this bold step. So today we are leading up to the county sports stadium, where a strong message is expected to be delivered on the issue of drug trafficking. Like I see different groups from different communities, they've converged today, marching strongly against the issue of drugs and how best our society can be safe. So we have the county authorities, we have the superintendent of this county being a part of this long journey, and also the county administrator is also a part of this journey. Mr. Saint Ella has led this in collaboration with the superintendent and that of the Joint Security and the rest of the forces. So local authorities today making history against drugs trafficking in our country. Bon County has taken a bold step today to see how best the issue about drug trafficking can also be curtailed in our society. So we have come so this is the entry of the Manga Sports Stadium, the David Bullion Sports Stadium, where all the local authorities have led huge delegation against drug trafficking. So just imagine So today students have converged here to grace the occasion marking the anti-drugs campaign that has been spearheaded by the county authorities in collaboration with the Joint Security. So this is a huge gathering where local authorities of the county have staged this campaign against drugs trafficking. So just keep watching.
Today, you people organize a anti-drugs campaign in the country. Tell us the purpose and the aim of this campaign.
The purpose and the aim is, this is a whole country thing. And we have added information many times for our country. How the people are now taking the drugs and dying. They call our drugs back and down. That is with push. And the citizens have said it's a call to action. This is a call to action for the users and the sellers. For the user and the sellers, those that are bad off will be calling for rehabilitation. For the new people that go inside, when you are caught, you'll be punished. Because the drugs and the taking is illegal.
On a superintendent, with the exception of the parade, what are some of those thorough measures have you put into place?
So, this is why we said this parade is just to show you the people who selling it that this is a call to action. From here, when we declare war on it, the DA or the security apparatus cannot do it alone. The citizens are saying, we are ready. Whatsoever the drug is being sold, we'll go after them and help the police. Or help the security.
They're breaking down the famous Cameroon parade. Several citizens are saying it has resulted to the increase of criminal rates across the communities. How do you hope to curb that with the security?
So when we had a meeting, we already for the crime rate that is at the rise in this country, and the police is going to talk about it. But we are asking the citizens together. That's why we are setting community watch team. We also align the citizens to be the brothers keeper. So if you hear any noise, if you see something, you say something. That is this action, this call to action is everybody's business.
Do we still expect Mr. Bianco to serve as King of Speaker today?
Yes, Mr. Bianco is in town already.
Thank you so much for that.
Well, you heard it for us. So, gentlemen, let's talk to the county administrator of Bong County today. He has joined forces with the joint security in collaboration with authorities of the county to amplify the message against drugs. I would like to say welcome to the microphone.
Thank you so much. I think it's been funny. You are seeing for yourself. We told you that we were going to make the crowd to come out. The crowd came out. You saw for yourself the stadium and the numbers of people that mind. The place is so small for them. We just want to say those that listen to radio to just stay home. They should not come. Well, after the launch, they want to see for themselves. To show the citizens are in serious mood to say no to drugs, to export drug dealers, to export importers and things. So nothing more we have to say. We just got to commend the citizens of the county who are President Banga said it. People are pulled out by themselves. We did not give them anything in the water going to provide for them. Citizens are willing to say no to drugs. Our children are dying. Our children are getting sick. They are tired of the drug issue in the county. People are from country have rise up to say no to drugs. You saw the students today, no school in Banga. The students, the Simati, the Boka, the Methodist, the Massacre, all of the schools are gathered themselves together to say no to drugs.
So today we see the march. The march is one aspect of the fight against drugs. What are different strategies the county is designed in order to combat this?
Right after the march, after the keynote speaker, the superintendent of the county will be launching the Say No to Drug campaign. Right after it tomorrow, the joint security strategy, we cannot explain our strategies now, but the joint security going to take it. You're going to see one kind of going to be greater number one to expose drug dealers, drug importers. We are not going to cover anything. Enough is enough in the county. We say no to drugs. Thank God the journalists themselves going to carry it live, and you're going to report it for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Let's also talk to the development superintendent of Bong County. I would like to say welcome today. You have joined the team to march against drugs. Let's hear your feelings today.
I want to say thank you very much. It's a clear manifestation that Bong County is
ready to fight drugs. We are not just liberty, but we want to eliminate drugs in our community wholeheartedly. Our people, our children are dying. Our children are getting frustrated. Parents are getting frustrated. You cannot born a child, you see the child going haphazardly or dying because of drugs. So we are saying no to drugs. The president of the Republic of Liberia, he declared Liberia as an emergency when it comes to drugs. So last week, the superintendent of our county, she declared one county as a national emergency too when it comes to drugs. So we are doing everything in our purview to show that everyone that yes, Duncan is ready and on the right footing.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Let's talk to the regional coordinator of the Ministry of Gender here in Bonn.
I want to say thank you to the media. It is a great day today, a big opportunity for the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection to have all our people from the different era, from the market, from the motorcyclists, from the media, from the county leadership, and the citizens themselves getting involved in the fighting drugs in our country. Because as gender people, we are all been going around telling people that drugs is not good. It's not good. And today we can see one country today. All our citizens are coming outside because they said no to drugs. That means we are on the red for now to move forward as citizens. So one person cannot make it. It's about all Liberians, all Bongi, and what is the regulation to the interim management team, headed by Federal Biago. Because I know that he's going to fight more with people here.
Do you think drugs is a hindrance to the gender issues in our country?
It's very bad to have a 9-month born child, and after even high school, and see that child going in the street, going astray, it makes you feel very bad. It's a very bad thing. So I want to say congratulations to the team headed by the Superintendent of Bonn County and the county to help people. Thank you, leader. My father, you're not about director. The most talk about.
We also have the county human resource officer, HR. I'd like to say welcome, madam.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to the media. I am Marley Jao. I am the human resource officer for Bonn County and Mani.
Today, you have taken a poster to draw the team to fight against drugs. What does it mean for the county?
Well, as you can be aware,
Hello, everybody. Hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good day, good morning, wherever you find yourself, whatever you're watching us from. Watching me right now because I'm alone on here. So whatever you find yourself. Namaste if you're watching us from India. And ni hao if you're watching us from China. Okay. So that's where I'm going to stop. I'm not going to embarrass myself any further. So welcome to the Nightly Exchange. Welcome to another edition of the Nightly Exchange, guys. We thank God for giving us another night, right? Because the day has already gone. We're in the night already to go over to another day. And in Australia, I think they're in Saturday already, and in Liberia, yeah, Saturday morning, early in the morning. So yeah, so we're heading there. We're not there yet. We're heading there. So guys, you know what I always say? Please go to your WhatsApp. Why do I always say WhatsApp? Your Facebook and your YouTube and subscribe. Subscribe, like, follow, share, and come back here to me with me while we talk about Liberia, the good, the bad, and ugly about Liberia, and the interesting things about our country every day. As I always say, this is a free space for us all to come and talk, to say what we want to say, to analyze how we want to analyze our, thoughts and opinions about Liberia and our politicians. we're trying to grow it. As you all know, us to be on the Spoonlit Night show that and we transition over here so we can face whatever technical glitches that we have going on with Spoon Late Night Show. But for now, we're over here and tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. That's what we always ask you to share the show. And like, because everybody, not all our followers know we're here. They don't know. They just said, oh, what happened to the show? And, you know, they don't know we're on this other platform. So please do us a favor. As you continue to share in your groups, they will see it and somebody will see it and they will say, oh, look, Amy and them are over here. So that's how you find us, and I guess, and that's how other people will find us too. So please do us that favor and come back in the put a comment, not the comment, the link in the comment section. Anytime you want to come on, anybody in the comment section you want to join us to have your say, you are welcome to join us, you know, and, you know, talk about your country. We all have our side here. We are not journalism to be doing one-on-one, journalism one-on-one here to be doing some, you know, we all talk. Sometimes it gets heated. Sometimes we argue about an issue and it gets loud, but at the end of the day, we are all what? Liberians. It's all for Mama Liberia. So don't be shy. Comment, engage with us in the comment section. If you don't want to come on, engage with us. Let's make the show, you know, busy. Don't just get me sitting here and running my mouth by myself. Okay, so I know a lot of you be not a big platform. We don't see big numbers. You will make it that big platform if you continue coming and continue to share the show and subscribing on it. We are all about, you know, positive things here about our country, no negativity here. So I hope you like that too. Okay, and keep on sharing it and liking it and subscribing. You can make it where you want it to be. Okay, no one else will. If you don't want to like, you don't want to share, you don't want to comment, you don't want to watch. If everybody's feeling like you, how will you get this big number or big platform that you want to get? You know, they all started like this too. So don't, you know, undermine us. Support. That's all I'm gonna say for now. And I appreciate you all for doing that. Thank you so much in advance. Share the show while we wait for the guys to come on. Please continue to share, like, and yeah. So we have to talk about. We have a lot of things to talk about today, but first, I think when the guys come on, we're gonna start with the announcement about President we are going back to Liberia on the 20 what? I don't know, but we will talk about that, and we will talk about. I also want to talk about the. Let me see. I'm looking for my topic pointer. There was an announcement today that was made on our sisterly channel, Spoon Network. So we also want to talk about that, and I'm gonna keep the video in queue for y'all so we can talk about it. Come on, talk to us. What are you doing in the comment section? Watching from rehab. Come on, join me. Don't leave me up here by myself. So, yes. So we're here, and I'm trying to pin this up here so we can start with it. But first, let me start with this announcement that there's a fugitive on the run, and I think you all heard about him. Well, Legends official Wilma Smith, he ran away. Well, he's on the run. I don't know where he's at. Don't quote me on it. That's what it's saying. So if you see him, please do the police a favor, I guess, and contact them, call them, put his picture up here. Wanted for justice. So there you have it. Let's give him a little candy moment. Candy camera. Smiling too. So yeah. They are looking for him. He made bail, and let me get this story up. So let me go back to this. Nope. Okay. That's him. We gotta keep that picture up there and read the story as we go on. That's not it. Bear with me, you guys. I'm trying to get there. Something to read it to you. It used to be so small. If I can see it, it's a breaking news. This was on the 18th of September, so we just continue to highlight it just in case. In a stunning twist to one of Liberia's most high-profile corruption cases, Wilmer Smith, former deputy director for information and coordination at the Liberia Institute for Statistics and Geoinformation Service, LEGIS, has reportedly fled the country, violating court order and triggering a criminal contempt of court warrants. Smith, who was indicted alongside 3 others, LEGIS officials, for allegedly embezzling over 1.7 million in public funds between 2019 and 2022. I think they meant to say AD, not AB. Had been released on a US $5 million property bond earlier this year. The charges include economic sabotage, fraud, misapplication of entrusted property, and criminal conspiracy. The deputy despite multiple court terms under the Boycott administration, Smith and his co-defendants had not been prosecuted, prompting Smith to file a motion for dismissal, citing violation of his constitutional right to a speedy trial. Where am I? Yeah, but instead of awaiting judicial review, Smith has now jumped bail, allegedly escaped Liberia under undisclosed circumstances. Authorities are scrambling to locate Smith, who is said to be hiding out in the United States of America. Wrong space, wrong place to come and hide out because they will get you out of here. So that's the news on the LEGIS boss, and I guess they want people to tell them if they find him here. But what I don't get about this case is that if the person is hiding out here in the United States, and if you know where, I think it's easier. You have ties with the United States, and you can let them know if it's so much like they say high profile case, to let them know where, and the United States will kind of bring him out of wherever he is and have him sent back to Liberia. So I don't know if it's just they say people saying that he's here or they know that for a fact, but if that is the case, it shouldn't be. But today there was an exchange on Spawn TV. Huh. Let's bring on Batata Boy first before we go into that. Hey, Teray.
Hey, man, what's up? How are you?
You truly are a rescue soldier. Thank you for rescuing me.
I'll tell you what, I was spotting. I
Yo,
saw
all the
you.
way up there, he. Okay, there you go. Bring it down a little bit more.
I saw you. I saw you. You look like a deer cut in
I'm
a
sorry.
hand. You know what I'm saying? I said, God, Lee, what's up? What's up with you?
Bless God, I'm doing okay.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Well, good to see you as always.
Good to see you. So, I was just thinking about myself. I guess people got bored with me.
Not really. I think it's Friday night.
Yeah, it's Friday night, and everyone was supposed to come back on Friday. They promised to keep the show up till morning, even though they wanted to sleep at last night from the arguing, and some people had to go to work this morning. So, yeah. So Teray, let us know. Say hi to the people and let us know what's on your mind. I was just giving a little announcement about the religious boss that had fled the country. I don't know if you heard about him, Wilmer Smith.
Oh, no, I'm just hearing that from you right now. That's almost like a breaking news to me.
Yeah, let's say he's in the United States. I don't know how she would. I said, well, this is a bad spot to hide out. If you can see it.
But it all depends what's pursuing him. Why is he running?
Corruption.
It could well be, but you can't run to come to America where there's. But anyway, that is a developing story. Let's try to get out of the facts, and then maybe we can have a say on it. But as for right now,
the facts are there already.
We don't really have have the government released anything on it?
Mm-hmm.
The government
I
has.
just read it. Maybe you weren't listening. I read on there, but he was. I mean, he was indicted for corruption for Well, let me go back to that. They were indicted for embezzlement of $1.7 million in public fund between 2019 to 2022. And he was released on a $5 million property bond earlier this year. So with all of the court appearances that he had, he complained that he wasn't being the government was violating his right to speedy trial or whatever. So I guess when the guy got the bond, he got bailed out. He said, "Let me get out of here," and he ran. So that's where we at now.
Well, that's cool. So that obviously happened 100%. Yeah. But anyway, what's on my mind? I am good. I'm straight. I just want to say hello to our viewers here in the United States, Liberia, and all around the world. People follow the late night. Obviously, the late night has changed. It's growing. I can see the visibility everywhere. We just encourage our followers to continue sharing, commenting, obviously liking, and just inviting other people to join. I think that's there where we can. There we'll be able to grow the community, and I've seen the growth so far. I'm seeing it in chat rooms that I frequently visit, so that is a good thing. What's on my mind? That bro is always on my mind. The issue of LEC. I think a lot of people are. Even I'm talking to my mom. She gives so much positive about it. But December is coming. We're gonna be down there.
You going December?
I'll be down there. I will show you. I will share my picture with you that I had my last experience, and hopefully, I really told myself I will not be making any trip to Liberia until I finish I finished my house knowing that it'll be fully electrified. And
Where?
even if LEC can't power my house, but I'll have my own
solar.
Well, yeah, solar panel, definitely the entire roof. You know, literally like
We're gonna be taking one piece at a time.
It will be on the entire roof, the garage, the boys' quarter, the kitchen, the
Where are you building?
Kitchen, the inside and bathroom kitchen. It'll be everywhere.
Inside and bathroom.
Yeah,
where are you building at, Ray?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Why not?
I can't. I mean, come on. Obviously, I'll tell you, but I'm not gonna breathe down my head. I mean, you have to understand.
You acting like you telling me 220 Collins Avenue or something like that. You don't know why.
No, I did not tell you my address. I only told you I live in Calendar.
No, that's my address. That's my whole address. I say you acting like you're giving me your whole address, like you have an address or something.
Well,
like you're giving me.
Yeah, I used to live
like
in Calendar.
If you said Douala, who's gonna go look for you in Douala? They're gonna look for the whole Douala and be something with it.
But that's what I'm saying. I probably can tell you where, but I can't tell you where. Say no. I can tell you where, but I can't tell you where.
Welcome, Tata. Good morning.
Hey, Tata, what's up? So basically, I mean, that's where it's at. But a lot of people are sworn by it that LEC is really, really working. But let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens in dry season, because I think that's where we get a lot.
We were in dry season and we went into the rainy season. How many times y'all want to act like y'all don't know this guy's doing well? Everybody can let with.
Nah, I mean, come on now. Look, you have to understand.
He started from the dry season before we went to the rainy season. Look at that shiny over there.
I mean, we're not. Look, let me tell you. You saying when did Sherry start?
That was in, I don't know, but I know it was in the dry season.
You say you don't know. I thought you knew for sure. But this is the thing. You have to understand that when someone take over a job, especially a job that you taking over where there was so many criticism as far as lack of productivity, lack of production, lack of service being delivered to the people. A wise man, a wise woman, once you get to that position, you always want to demystify all those negative energy that's coming from them. So you almost do everything you can to not bad or to not be brought into that narrative. You want to inspire all those a viewpoint about that agency, about that negative So I mean, can that be something that Mr. Sharif did? Probably could have been. But now this is gonna be his full radio, where he's taking fully. October is coming, November, December. We know very well those are some of the hottest time in Liberia. We shall see. But is he working? He's absolutely doing a phenomenal job. People that have spoken to say Mr. Sherry is hands-on, 24/7. He's on the field with the people. He's not some of those bureaucrats that just give things out, but he's on the field with them, and that's the kind of guy he is. You
see why it's always good to hire people from out of that system?
Oh yeah.
Is always here first, because like the way he's working, if that guy was in the system, he'll be like, I'm a boss, right? I don't sit in the office and be giving orders here and there. But he knows the problem. He knows the issue.
He does.
He's out there doing things before, he can even relax. And I heard a lot of people telling him, because I rainy season, and say, wait till dry season and you'll see.
Yeah. Amy, you're absolutely right. Like, there's a guy, I know him. Like, he was recently in Philadelphia. Yeah, like, I know the guy. I know him. I've chatted with him one-on-one. I know he's all about the work. He's all about his detail, absolutely hands-on, intentional. And it helps that he worked in that sector for a very long time, in that region for a very long time.
In that region, but not his own country.
So he got a lot of connection. He can get a good deal from Ivory Coast. The people know him there. The government official there knows him very well. And same as Guinea, Sierra Leone, and those countries, they got stable, electricity. So he can tap into all of this, and that's why networking is so important. right? Where you can tap into somebody, look, man, because you and I work together for this X amount of time, I can rely on you for certain support. So when you see Mr. Sherry is coming with that confidence that it's not going to be the same, I buy into it because I know he can use his resources and his connection to make it happen.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely. And Tata, before you come in, he had, working at area, and we heard during the we as administration, he was the guy that pushing for them to pay, I don't know, 2 or 3 million. So kind of the
Right.
oil,
Yeah.
and because he wanted to like make sure his country was, all the impact he was making in other countries, and Liberia wasn't getting it, and he was kind of upset about that.
Right.
He wanted to. So now that he had the opportunity, not to only stay there, but he's being the boss over there now in his own country, I'm pretty sure he would do way better than that. And people keep, I understand people keep something they're attributing that to their brain because that's what happen all the time. But I'm pretty sure this is a different time because he knows his craft. He knows he kind of seems like he's confident in telling them like this is gonna stay like this. This is doing the justice and stuff. So he, like you said, he worked in that area. He knows what he's talking about. So I have no doubts. I have no fear that when I go back to Liberia, I'll be sleeping in my birthday suit. So there'll be good.
I hope so.
Tata's laughing. Look at Tata shining over there. Tell us, Tata, how you doing?
Well, Tata really shining, man. I didn't make new relationship working.
Today I'm taking you the money. Yeah, money to everyone. But today, what happened? You said you don't want to come to Liberia. What happened? Why you don't want to come?
My man, Tatos, if you're in the chat room, I'll draw some of the picture that I took there in the heat, brother. I mean, I cannot sleep at night, bro. And every time I talk about it, it's like I'm getting myself re-traumatized.
Yes, that's how I felt too.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we pray God because send the appointment of Mohammed Sharif. I think yes, of course we are in the rainy season, but we thank God. But I think the appointment, if I don't mistake, it came up in March or April or something like that. Since he took over, government have been stable. Seriously, yeah. So no, that doesn't mean that, and you should know that they always doing, or what they call it, the solar panel, all those things.
Yeah,
the energy. So I hope that dry season, everything will be okay. So that doesn't mean that you should not come to Liberia and enjoy your country,
No, I'm coming, Tatos. I'll be there. But inshallah, by the grace of God, I'll be there. I'll be there, and I'll make sure I see you. I'll see you, man. I'll connect with you.
All right. What on my mind is that the rest issue. The rest issue today. I was carrying someone. One woman. She sit on the back and said, "Oh, I checked out from Barry Red for 2,200." I said, "Where?" I'm serious. He said 2,200. I said, "Where?" She said, "Puebla." I said, "What? You sure?" He said, "I'm sure."
You want to turn around and go there?
Oh yeah, not even turn around, but I went back and make sure, because I don't want to come and sit somewhere and then be talking there. People will say, "Oh, but you went back to make sure if that you or not you." So but one thing I will encourage the government is that the UL rate, at least if they can hold the UL rate stable, probably 150, something like that, 150, 140. Within 1 month or 2 months, 3 months, things person will continue dropping to the extent that the Liberian people will enjoy their own resources. So we're telling the government thank you for what they're doing, and also that you hold the UL rate stable. Thank you.
Tatos.
Yes.
If I should come in for 30 seconds, look, that US rate, that US double currency in our country is not helping us.
No.
Sure.
It's not helping us. And the reason why I'm saying this, Amy, look around. Which country in our region that uses double currency Even in La Côte d'Ivoire, they got the CFA, right? That is used among francophone countries like Mali, like Togo and Benin and all of those things. Even though Guinea don't use it actually. Guinea use the Guinea franc. But there's what is happening. The US currency, the US dollar, is a world trading currency. All businesses and business owners need that, right? And this is what happened. When you have a country on a continent like Liberia, like that, the only country on the continent that uses the US dollars, demand for the US dollars is high. And business owner in our part of the world or in our part of the region, they will go in Liberia in search of the US dollars.
Yeah.
And they will pay any amount they can pay for it to get it. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is benefiting international traders more than the locals. I think this is something that people really need to look at. What economists need to really come and sit down and tell me, because I'm not going to go into it. But from just looking at it from the preface,
you didn't do economics. You didn't do economics.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't do George Wheeler kind of economic, but I do know for a fact. I mean, if you do some background search on that thing, I think Liberia it's not benefiting from the US being a country. Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know, people say it like it is because like you said, it's a global currency or whatever, anything like that. And I don't understand why it have to be, even if Liberia would use it, why it gotta be like almost 1-to-1, right? Kind of thing. I don't understand it. And I think I don't know, that is like the people who know the Plenty Book and know how these things work. Some of them say it's a good idea. Some of them say it's not. I don't know. So we would just look up to them, right, to see what else to do. But while you were speaking about the rest, I saw this guy. Let me play this video so we can talk about it. And that's
okay. So we are here down Waterside. We are here because of our friend, brother, Oyo Young, who brought in country 50 containers of rice. And you can see on the description there, Sayon Indian Parboiled rice. This rice, according to Sayon and friends, will be sold for $13. Government is saying $14, Sayon said $13. Sayon brought in country 50 container of rice. Each container got 1,180. So come down, support your own Liberian brother business. He took on $1 for it. Government said $14, Sayon said $13. So you just come down Waterside around the Johansi Bell here and you get a copy of the bag of rice. Very good. The containers here, and you can come and get your rice for $13. Please share the video. You can like and get the message around. 50 container brought in country by a Liberian, former goalkeeper, somebody from the slum community, and the rest will be sold $13 for bag. $13 for bag. You can come now. Come now down Waterside and get your rice. We say thank you to Sayon and friends. Thank you so much.
So that is Sayon rice. So you said you bought the rice for $2,250. So now they're saying $13 for this. How much is that?
All right. The UL rate currently now is, some places when you go to go change, they will give you 170, 180, let's just say like that. So if you convert the money, the $13, like let's just say the buying rate will be something like, you getting me?
Yeah.
Okay. when you convert it in US, or in Labor Day, the $13, it will be something like 2,340
Okay.
for 180. So that these are some of the things I was saying, that if the US rate, or we or the government can take the US from in the market, I think the $1 will be more preferable, because right now that $13 is about $2,340. So it helpful to us. See me? Yeah, it helpful to us because of the US rate. But if the US rate go up, even that $13, if you buy it like something like you change it for 200 rate, like what we were doing the few days, 200, it'll be almost like something like $3,000.
Okay.
So if the US rate drop, tin prices will continue dropping within 2 to 3 months. I mean, I can tell you, tin prices will drop.
You guaranteeing us? What right you have to do this? I don't know. Yeah. So Teray.
Yeah.
What's the last name again? What was the last name?
Sion.
There you go. That was Conjure Minutes, so you know his. So yeah, people, Liberian businessman, right? Everyone, welcome, Alex.
Thank you so much.
Welcome,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So, like a Liberian businessman took 50 continuing for the rice, and he said that's 1180 in each container. So I calculated that's 59,000 bag of rice. Guys, how long can we eat that and be done? Until like we're eat rice. 59,000 bag of rice. Wow. That's something, and you guys need to go, Tatas, and support your Liberian brothers, Liberian owned businessman. We are giving free promo on this show here now. You see, it's okay. Next time he come by, he'll have to pay. But yeah, Teray, welcome. Family, you look like you're asleep. Raymond,
I'll call up between two weathers.
You honor the weather, or you over here?
Happy to be up. I'll call up between two stuff, and I wake up. I heard my brother Raymond, so I have to get up.
Raymond, I haven't even said one.
You heard, bro, Raymond?
I don't know how to wake up. How to wake up, but you see it. Anything you want to know, who want to hear your voice.
My man, just go with that sleeping story.
I know.
If I'm going to say I hear Amy voice, you're going to say, oh, I want Amy voice business. I'm going to say Raymond, I say, all right, you're jumping up.
So because look, if you come and say you heard Teray, at least I'm closer to Amy. Then that way you have me.
I am telling you that I heard my brother Raymond voice. You don't know how I heard it. So that's what you know.
But that's what I said. I see you probably not dreaming, my man. It's okay.
But Raymond can go ahead and talk from like him. He can know his drink him too. Yeah, tell us.
But look, Amy, look. To the rescue. I mean, look. That is absolutely like that's laudable, right? Shout out to that brother and stuff like that. Bringing out much wrestling. Seeing a Liberian doing that, bringing that level of, talking about, wow, that huge amount of consignment into the country. That is good. That is absolutely wonderful. These we got people now that can really compete, or Liberian that can compete in that industry there, right? That is a good thing. But what I really want us to be mindful for is gain. It's like, to bring that kind of rice in the country, what's the quality of that rice? Is the FDA really doing? Look,
I see what
because I know we need these things, but sometimes too we need to really look at it that way. And I'm not trying to downplay the brother Basin or anything like that, right? The fact that he even giving it out, at a very low cost. That's definitely ground for us to appreciate even more. But that's something we really don't do in Liberia. I don't think we really look at quality. I don't think we look at the health component of these things. And the market that is in demand of everything, while we are in demand of everything, but we should also be very, very, conscious as to what is really coming in the country. Quality do matters,
It does.
so that all I have to say to that. But I mean, if all that is right, that is incredible. I mean, former goalkeeper too, I heard. I mean, that's
goalkeeper who? Barrow.
Is he former Lone Star goalkeeper or
Raymond might know. Maybe I'll do Raymond in time. Raymond. Mama. Mama said doing Raymond in time. Raymond, do you know that guy? Yeah, come here, Raymond.
Sarah, who are you talking about?
What's the last name again, Tata?
No, I really don't know him.
Young. Young.
Yeah.
No, I don't know him.
Okay.
I know he used to watch football games in Liberia.
So come here. You want to say something about it, right?
Yeah, so I want to commend him. And to my brother who talk about the quality of the rice, actually a ton of rice internationally from the countries we buy rice to ship to Liberia is $375 per ton of rice. And a ton of rice you get up if 25 kg, you're going to get 40 bags. So if you're going to divide 375, you're paying almost roughly $10 per bag of rice internationally, the 25 kg. So, and you buying in bulk. So the shipment, everything, these are what they're making. So, and people can get better deals based on bulk purchase. And there are qualities of rice. For every rice that is grown today in countries that are better than Liberia, they got safety measures because these are for commercial values. People grow rice. And they got the World Health Organization now monitors food that people sell. So if a business is registered, a business is into trade, there's somebody who have their eye on them. So there's not much to worry about. So, what kind of rice we have on our market? What the quality? Of course, everything has a price. Even in these Americas, not everything on the shelf has the same price. It's based on different. Some of them is just the brand. Some of them is just sometimes the quality. So I agree with you, but to say it's below par for human consumption, I would disagree with you.
Well, I didn't really say below par for human consumption. I was just flagging it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's about 300. It's about 300. It's about $375 per ton of rice internationally, and that's about 40 bags of rice.
For 300 and what?
75.
Oh, okay. Welcome, Alex.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me say very big thanks to that individual who, have the mindset of moving forward, taking rights to Liberia. I would like to say thanks to that individual. The thing is, we are Liberians. Let's just applaud what he's doing. And I don't think that he's going to send a bad things to Liberia. I don't think that, we've been wishing that our own people can come up with such idea, our own Liberians. So other people just been coming from different countries and, importing rice in Liberia. But for Liberians to come up with that kind of huge quantity of rice, I would just say, is a great, news, hearing that today. So I would like to applaud him for that.
Yeah, sure. Pamela?
Right. Thank you. Anytime you hear rice in Liberia, you always have to have sober reflection. And for us who have followed the trend of history, we know rice is a major political commodity. And because of what we witnessed on April 14, 1979, that is considered in history, in our Liberian history, as the evil Saturday or the bloody Saturday, where Liberians took to the street based on propaganda that there were going to be increase in the price of rice, which is a staple food in Liberia, and Liberian men rice been can play with it. So we want to commend the young man from what my little facts finding that I did about his growth and development in business. He came from a very humble beginning, a man who was selling in on the streets in Monrovia, in buckets and other things, and today he was able to order from some sources that about 50 container rice to Liberia. And I'm also grateful to the Bwaka administration for creating this level playing field that, and ordinary Liberians can come in. Business people now no longer one or two group of people bringing rice and trying to dictate the pace at which we eat. If Liberian men say they want to eat 3 times a day, say no, we only get 50 bags of rice in a warehouse. So you're only eating 1 time a day. You eat some, you keep some for the next day. But at least now we have other people who have the potential. And in fact, there's a boost to the private sector too, because other people who will have the means. I know that young man, he's an industrial young man. If other Liberians see see how things going, they can sit on his shoulder and they can drink from his fountain, and he can open other avenue for other Liberians to get involved. And you can see that there will be a proliferation of young people getting involved in business, and there will be a lot of middle class people coming up just from this single initiative. So I'm very happy for that young man, and I'm proud that he took this.
Absolutely. It couldn't come any at a better time than when the prices are all dropping and people are trooping in there, to get that little bag of rice, 2, 3, 4, no limit, like you said, right? Anytime you want to eat, but just buy however amount of bag of rice you want. That is great. Great for our country. And guys, we were talking about the currency here today. We're talking about the US war a little bit other than you, Kim. I seen this something online about the central bank launching that was yesterday, a campaign for clean the notes campaign. Something I don't know if any of you seen it. Clean the Liberian notes. It caught my eye, right? Because when I went to Liberia, like some money that I had, even the US dollars, right? My brother-in-law brought in some US dollar back here, and he got arrested for counterfeit. He got arrested and sent to jail because they thought it was counterfeit. The money, just from the dirt, right? From how dirty it was, because of that, they thought the money was counterfeit, and he got arrested for it. And when I went to Liberia, even the local money in the market, you can better see the difference. I mean, like something is so dirty, like. So they're clean note launching campaign here. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I was excited when I seen it. It said the Central Bank of Liberia is launching a campaign called the Clean Notes Campaign to teach people how to handle notes and bank notes and coin properly. That's a shame. This is to ensure that the Liberian currency stays in good condition. The campaign has support from various groups, including the Liberian Marketing Association, foreign exchange traders, of course, street vendors, business associations, motorcyclists, union and culture ambassadors. The CBL meet the commercial bank on September 17 to discuss their role in the campaign. The official launch of the campaign will be September 19, which was yesterday in Liberia, at the Raleigh Town Market in Morovia. There will be a 2-day street and community engagement exercise with entertainment and education activities. This campaign aims to promote public discipline in currency use, reduce cost of replacing damaged banknotes and boosts confidence in the Liberian dollars. Okay, even though I'm excited, but is this kind of for me? It's a little shameful too that we have people from the bank to come out to teach people how to handle the money. I just want to let me get your thought on it. Maybe it's just me being, just exaggerating. Go ahead, Alex.
Okay.
How are you?
Yeah. So let me talk about that. I think it would be very much good to educate our people on handling the money, making that money out, very clean and value in the society. I got an experience when I was coming back to the US. I passed through Nairobi, Kenya. Imagine I took a US from Liberia. That US was dirty. The security or the immigration, because I had almost like the whole day to spend in Nairobi. So I wanted to get out to be able to, view the city and stuff. But I have to pay for that visa. They could not hold that money
Oh wow.
because the money was dirty, very much dirty. So I think it would be a very great education on, educating our people on handling those money. Make them, keep the money clean, even our own currency. And one thing we need to respect our currency as lot. We need to respect our currency than the USD. We don't. We respect the USD more than our currency in Liberia.
Everybody wants some US.
So we need to actually, I don't think it's a bad idea for that campaign. I think it's a very great idea that it coming up that people.
Do you think it's gonna work?
If it worked, then glory be to God.
But they always said this and
it's a gradual process. It's a gradual process. Maybe the only time it's going to work when implementing some rules that when the money is dirty, nobody should receive it. Nobody should hold it. I think that if you try that, people going to manage, because if you know your money dirty, nobody going to hold it. And it's going to be useless in your hand. So I think maybe if they come with that kind of strategy, something going to work. But for Liberia, it's not easy. Gradually, we get in there.
Thank you, Alex. Some more?
So, well, the mutilation of the Liberian dollar is a crime under the Liberian laws, and people can be fined up to 500,000 and even a 2 years jail sentence.
What? For what?
For dealing the money and treating it like a trash. Go look it up. You can be fined. Yeah. So that's the law.
For taking the money or deadening it, famo.
Mutilating it in any form, in any manner. You see, people can be stepping on it, be doing things and things.
But
like
my brother, sorry.
It's guys very clear. So when you talk about mutilation, it's almost like you ripping it apart, right?
Yeah, and in other form, people, you see how people treat the money, and so this campaign that was going on, that the central bank is carrying out, is almost like an awareness to tell people that the money represents the country, and you should love. Just how you claim to love your country, that's how you should love the money, because everything that is on the money are symbolic of major values of the country. But you have seen people can, in fact, in the marketplaces, that's why they target the market as one of those places where they go to encourage our mothers Where somebody get to rob and tie on it anyway. Somebody get go wrap the money shopping. You see people shopping in the bra, no care. And then in the end, this money recycle, go to the bank. When you go to the bank, the only thing the bank does is press it and give it back to you. I think you leave it or you see it say, oh, I give me 30 money. But at the same way you handle the money from the market, you brought it here. At the same money they giving back to you. You see it? And then you have too many rejection and people start rejecting because the central bank just said that the government spent $25 million just to print $48 billion Liberian dollar. And of the $48 billion Liberian dollar that was printed, $1 billion has already been mutilated.
What?
Yes.
That's terrible.
So that's the statistic. I just read that directly. I read it a few minutes ago from the CBO page. So you see how terrible Liberians treat that money. And over here, the United States, you carry direct money, the ATM can reject it. ATM, when you put the money, the ATM pushing it by us. So that simply tells you that you have to take care of the money. And this particular sensitization that is going around is important in every aspect. In fact, last night I said even for fire service, they should go to high school, they should go to the marketplaces, they should go to the churches, go to the mosques, because in the churches now, they're where the men are quick to fold the money and choking the offering bars. And when the men get good money and clean money, when the men get clean money, that time men can open it or be dancing going to the offering bag. But the men know that he get good money, that time he can fold it, that time he can see all the punch and all the blood there going and things going around. So all the places they need to, because anywhere there's an exchange of money, anywhere money is being deposited, those places need to get the information. So they should visit the churches, they should visit the mosques, visit the schools, and every area that there is some form of money exchange, they should go there and do this particular awareness. But I commend the Central Bank of Liberia and everybody, because this is everybody, because right in Nigeria, top our celebrities were arrested just for spraying money, spraying the Nigerian dollar. And the famous transgender or something, Bobrisky was even arrested for that. One of that.
Nigerian Naira.
Yeah, they say for spraying the money. You can't spray money, and all of that. They say you stepping on the money, or because when you spray the money, people stepping on it.
Anyway.
So so that is not an exception, and under the Liberian law, if you are involved in doing some reckless activity with the money, the guy can be fined up to 500,000 Liberian dollar and up to 2 years jail sentence. I agree back to you,
Raymond.
Yeah, but
this is new, right, Raymond? And I know there are a lot of laws like people always say in our country, but the implementation of it is the problem.
That's what I want to say.
So we hear all these laws that you have for, which I think is a little harsh for just delaying money or something like that. But 2 years, that's a little steep up there. But we don't see any of this thing like Alex said. I think do you think that we need to start refusing these money, rejecting them? That will help more than the laws that we have and not implementing them?
So rejecting the banknotes is also unlawful. No citizen has an authority to reject the banknotes. The banknotes is the authority. The banknotes is the authority of the country, and the country makes it by law a legal tender. So you can't reject a legal tender. No man has the authority. It's the central bank responsibility to take mutilated money off the market and replace them with clean notes. And so that's why the central bank, and it's costly because we do not print money in Liberia. Wherever the money is printed, it costs money to print money. So we are losing money only by handling our money poorly. But this is new to Liberia. I will take you back into history. The currency that we use in Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone is called the Kissy penny. And the tradition of the Kissy penny is treated with respect. That's why normal day you wouldn't see an older person treating money such as the way we treat it today. Because in our traditional sense, money had a soul. Money had to be respected. That's why the old people, you will never see them treating money. You will see the old man take the money, put it in a plastic tie and tie it at her lapper nose. Or put it in her bag and put it in her bra, or she will always put it in something so that moisture won't disturb the money. Because the way we treat our kitty penny, if our kitty penny had a low deform, you have to take it to the blacksmith, the town chief will take it to the blacksmith on a specific day where they have to rehabilitate the money. Because you see our money, you will see they got some kind of iron looking thing that's wrapped around looking like a T to the end. That's our whole money. That's the kitty penny. And we traded with that money because it was used. That iron we used to make that money, we traded with Europeans using our money. So we knew how to cater to our money properly. It's this westernization, European behavior. And this is quite recent that we are disrespecting our money. The same culture in Guinea. When you go Guinea, when you see how they handle money, you will wonder. But other places, people handle their money with care. So it's going to take awareness, education for us to get aware. Because if government try to enforce that now, they're going to enforce it on the entire public. And the government cannot police everybody. So what the government needs to do right now is to educate people, by and large, give them warning, give them some understanding and awareness. And Pamela was right. Mutilating our money is taking actions that would deform our money by tearing it willfully, writing on it, putting stamp on it, or trying to use it to decorate other things by deforming the money. That's mutilating our money, and it's by law punishable by at least 25,000 fine or imprisonment, Liberian dollars. So that is quite accurate. So before government can implement that, what government would do by making this awareness going, like you said, everywhere. The plan is that they will be in the streets, they will do jingles, they will do community town hall meetings, they will go into schools and religious institutions as well. So with that, by and large, when the public gets to know what it takes the government to print the money, what is even the crime by mutilating our money, after that, then you can hold people responsible. But a businessman do not have an authority to reject the money because it's stolen. Only the central bank can tell you.
Okay, Zeze,
no, it's not something. What do you? Okay, 30 seconds. What do you want to say?
Yeah. So the thing is, just listening to Zeze and Famo that you guys said a great thing. But the thing is, let me be honest here. We Liberians, we have our own problem. If the government go from school to school, do all those awareness, and they try to implement it again. Oh, this other government is bad. Oh, this other government, we don't like them. We just need to pray for Liberians because these things is very important that we need to follow those rules. But for us to do it now, when government try to hold stand of it, they will start to criticize that government are in power.
Mm-hmm.
And they will take it as politics.
Oh, everything is politics now, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Tatas, you're muted. Here you go.
Okay. Yeah, welcome the central bank.
Do you like your money when they give it to you? Why you on your bike, in your keke, all the money they're giving to you? You like the way it looks?
I don't like the way some of the money looking. I don't like it at all. But sometimes we can't refuse it because if you refuse the money, the person say, "But I don't have different money. Like the only money I get. And secondly, you see the Kubajo market. Some of them they have to very, very go in the market there and very educate them on the land of issue of holding the money, because if they go in the market, they don't got time to even know how. The moment you get them the money, they will just take it and fold it like that. They will just take it, whether they are hand dirty, they're not dirty, they will just take it and hold it. They will just pull it where their hand will lay it. Like Jared Dado will do it. And at the end of the day, you go take all the money now. At the money, some that the money will be tears, some that the money will be dirty. You said, especially the $20, but sometimes when you see $20, you don't want to hold it. You don't want to hold it at all. Seriously. You feel discouraged. Say, what? Even if I Dado gave you and say, oh, yeah, $20, you will say no, Dado let it stay because the way the $20 will be. It will not look encouraging to you. Say let it stay. So rather the money is very, very dirty. Some of it will
I brought that in the name of no something right wrong with that $20. But
yeah. So I seen it. So we welcome for what it, but it should not only be like from going place to place, but then except to the central bank too. Because what I understand in Liberia, 2 seasons they can bring new money out. But for the past 2 times, I don't really see new money coming like that. Every year you see 26 Christmas coming, they can bring new money out. They can bring new money out. But I don't really see it like that. So you see, so we encourage them.
Money. They just printed some money like from
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money to print the Liberian dollar. It costs the country a lot of USD to do that because they're doing it outside of the country. So I guess that's why they are not doing too much. But even if they do, it doesn't take long, and then it right back to the old note again, the old writing thing. So I think that's why, and they're losing money. So that's why they try to do this exercise and see where it goes.
For sure, that one is true. But you are talking about the $20, yeah. The $20 you get over there, they arrest you. Oh, then you're anyway. That is another land. But $20 here in Liberia for someone to get refused $20. And someone was saying, I don't know who was saying, they said we value US dollar because the reason we value the US dollar more than our own, because it have power more than our own dollars. So that reason we Liberians will value the US dollars more than the liberty. Even some places that where you even go in the market, they even go bad. They will tell you, they will not charge you in liberty, they will charge you in US dollars. So how would we expect you to say, oh, I not value US? Don't play fun. I'll value it more than anything.
Thank you. Right.
Yeah, so look, this is a very great step in the right direction, but it's going to be very, very hard to have it being implemented. But nevertheless, it is still a try, because it's always a challenge when you're trying to sort of like, change your status quo. So this is the thing. The currency abuse, I would just consider it to be currency abuse, or at least legal tender abuse. That's what it is. I don't know the last time I saw a US dollar in this country for as long as I've been here tipped up. You know what I mean? Like someone just rip it and then you just put tip on it and then circulate through the market. No. And to brother Alex's point, I do travel from Liberia with two $10 note. 2018. I was in there for WIA's inauguration. And when I got back, I was not able to use that money in America for the entire duration of President Joe Minor WIA presidency. And when I went for JMB inauguration, I ought to use it. Because that other US dollar wouldn't be using that, bro. I try to put it in the ATM. Every time I put it will come back. Every time he said it will come back. I was still embarrassed. I bang with TD Bank. I took it in there to try to. They let it look at it later and say, "Oh my God, this is disgusting." To use a word, I swear to God. So I was like, I'm not even gonna make any move. God gonna spare my life. I'm gonna go back to my country and I'll use it. And the moment I got there, I put it out. It was right by in circulation. But there's the thing, Amy. There's so many things to do. I have money in Liberia that is so bad. And it should be a violation for people to count money in their pocket. lot of trust issue. You go to your family house, you visiting people. You know, Uncle put in your pocket. He don't want to take all the money out. You just wrap something in your pocket and wrap it and just shove in your hand. That in itself is a violation. You know, or you trying to bless a police officer at the checkpoint. You know, you don't want a commander of the CA order the palava hot. You just wrap the thing to put in a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things we have been used to in a country for so long. And coming back to change some of these things, it's good though. That's what I'm saying. This administration will have so much to do.
You do.
But they don't have to worry about. That's why the orator was absolutely clear on this issue. So Uncle Joe, just go ahead and do what you gotta do. People are not gonna like you. You don't know if you're gonna be here for the next election. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about the next election. Just do what is right.
Yeah.
You know, and Brother Alex brought that up too. Everything in the country is being politicized. Even doing the right thing, people say, okay, Anthony not coming.
Yeah.
You know? And the whole thing, I mean, there's the thing. The mechanic, it starts from there. People holding money with their oily hands.
Yeah,
in the garage. You know what I mean? You go to the market. Oh man, taking the money, putting it on their lap head, wrapping it, tightening it up. You know? Taking that money and buying in the evening, trying to wrap that up. So there's so many things. And there's the thing though, Ray. It's even gonna be exacerbated because like bro, even I mean, we're now engaging in mobile money and stuff like that. Because in America, yeah, I mean, how many of us have moved with cash? We got ATM card, you know, we got Zelle, Cash App, you know, Apple Money, you know, all these things going on now. So nobody moving around with cash. You say you want to put cash in your pocket, but they need to carry cash. And I say it's not a necessity. You know, all the restaurant, everybody, you know, even African store there now, all the women are upgrading to all of these things. So until we can get to that point in Liberia, and I'm so glad that LEC is doing so well because that will help with the whole proliferation of electronic currency and stuff like that. So we're getting there, but we're not there yet. But it's something good put in the system. Let people talk about it, advise people how to use these things. I mean, I just hope it clicks, but the condition to avoid these things are not being met yet.
Right. Thank you, Ray. Anybody want to come? I have like 30 seconds on there so we can move on.
So we already said it. Everyone said,
Morris
oh, Morris.
Oh, you're not seeing Morris?
Oh, but I'm supposed to say something before Morris. Morris just came. Morris is a newcomer.
No, Amy actually said,
give Morris chance back. Give Morris chance.
Sorry, Morris. I mean, you know, I'm not on it. I'm actually in the back looking for this video. Y'all can see me, but I can see y'all. I tell you my secret today.
Who said we can see you?
I said y'all can see me, but I can't see you.
But I mean, on this, I think on the central bank issue, right?
Yeah, the clean up campaign.
Yeah, you see, I would just little bit probably in 30 seconds or a minute. Look, one good thing that Charles Taylor did under his regime was to reverse the National Bank Act, something 1999, from National Bank to Central Bank. And one would have thought that the central bank, but then would have able to regulate most of this stuff, and work on this whole currency issue and stuff like that. Because when the bank was National Bank on Broad Street, in 1999, when they changed from National Bank to Central Bank, so. But on a serious note, it's a difficult thing. But I think this government the government has the leverage to actually able to, through the central bank, they can draft a policy that will actually able to regulate this whole two currency issue and stuff like that. But I mean, you guys going far in the conversation, so I think I would just leave it right there.
Okay. Formula, you can take a 30 second now. Formula there, or he went back?
I'm there. Where I will be. So yeah, everyone says something about this thing, and we know the hustle in Liberia is not easy. The police are involved in the mutilation of the Liberian dollars. They keke. I'm not. So we forgot that they are one of the group that, and you know, we all need to, and you know, tell them to why it is true. We can't erase that part all the way they put body camera on some of them, but still they have invented another strategy to still get their stuff. You see what I'm saying? They asking the men, say, "I'll put it in." When they say put it in your car registration paper, but man, they got but it's a serious thing, and you know, we hope that this message will resonate in every sector. Let's just add some value, and the laws are always there. We always said it, you know, the laws are always there, but Liberian men problem has always been the implementation, and then the same group of people who can say, oh, you know, there's this common thing among all Liberians. Everybody knows the law. Oh yeah, everybody knows the law. Everybody, but when the law decides to take a course, then now the person try to behave and to play victim or ignorant of the law. And then when you tell them say ignorant of the law has no excuse, they say, oh no, we'll see. Any election coming, how long are we going to live like this? That you want to do things, and then when the law decides to take a course, then you say, oh, it's draconian and this is against your right and blah blah blah. People start saying all kind of things I don't even understand. But again, we give it up to the government. We give it up to the central bank. Do whatever you can do. At least play your part. And like what we're doing now, we are playing our part. And this message is going to be out there for a very long time. Nobody will say, oh, there was never a day that people talk about the mutilation of our notes. This will serve as an evidence. You can check it up. And people will say, oh, yeah, there were people on independent platforms who also, and you know, re-echo the importance of protecting and giving dignity to our banknote, because the banknote has emblems and have signs and it have things on it that represent the country, and they also breed what we call nationalism. So we stick with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Formula. Yeah. Hopefully they
can you are saying something. You said the keke riders. The thing there is not only the keke riders.
You're not testing my own farm.
The police men will call the keke rider, they will call the bag rider, everybody will come.
No. The point there is sometimes even the person when they give you some of the money, they will get till the money they follow like this. They will give to you, and they will know very well that money is sometimes the other year will not be there. The other year will not be there. They will get it and give it to you. If you even open it at the end of the day, fear. It will get go free because it will be the tier money. It will not be having no use.
You see, back and tell the gas station.
Let me come in for 30 seconds, right? I actually meant to say this, and also I think we need to do something about the money change, especially those that are changing the money in the street, right? I think these money, they have been exposed to some level of excessive heat, right? Like exposing the money in the street like that is so unique to Liberia. I mean, that is just, I mean, it's like you literally see the money in the street.
But Terrell, unless it's in a plastic bag and it's sweaty, does that harm the money?
I mean, look, we need to discourage that, right? If you're going to be a money changer, get yourself a book. If you go to other countries, they literally sit in a book, you know? Because I truly believe if you hold some of those notes, it's been beat up by the money being exposed in the heat.
Correct.
You know? There are so many ways about this thing, and I understand people have to feed their families so many other ways. I get it. Right. Definitely, government are going to win out of the debate. But when we're talking about what are some of the
cause and effect, exposing money to excessive heat too can cause that.
Okay, Ture. Let me just remind you on one, right? On those guys that are changing money on the street. I think it was during my Eddie Johnson Sirleaf regent, if I can remember, out of her second term. It brought a serious enforcement on removing them from the street. And they even came up by saying that if you don't have a bureau, they don't want to see any money teacher on the street. But guess what? They took that as part of this. When the other person came over, oh, but my man, you get on the street. It happened to the same motorcyclists.
It's true. It's true. I
So
agree.
every government come with different thing in order for people to just support that. So the first thing here is we should deal with our politicians. We should deal with these people that call themselves politicians, because when they come with different strategies, I will give you one example: the motorcyclists. The motorcyclists. Doing Eddie Johnson Sirleaf time, they removed them from the street. When John we are coming, we don't want to, oh man, because we're not getting this. They brought them back on the street. And what happened? They never knew that it was because of their own good. So every regime come up with their own thing. And then to go back again and remove that is not easy.
Yeah.
So that's what's suffering us. Our politicians
You're
suffering
right.
us.
You're right.
Moreover, not even going to town right now. When Joe Boaga take over last year in January, Moreover going, he came up with a good measure. He said, Moreover, everybody should register. You get your helmet, you entitled one passenger, and the passenger should have helmet. But with the motorcyclists too, we have our own problem. We have our own problem. There are certain accident happening on how they call it, on Mercury Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What they burn
on
the
Mercury
truck,
Street.
they burn the car.
At the end of the day, the motorcyclists take advantage for it. Gabriel Goma came up with a decision and said no motorcyclists should run on the main street. Right now, the people take it. I think if you can remember the so-called Moruba model, they take it as a policy. They say the government is steal from the motorcyclists, and then they never allow them to run on the street. Just recently, when Joe Boaga take over last year again, anywhere you pass, fire. Any horse you pass, fire. Anywhere you pass, fire. They say, all right, send that is the case. Let's take the gas seller from all the Cambodian from selling on the street.
They took that to be an issue again.
They take it to be an issue again. At the end of the day, they leave it. Only the motorbike cannot leave from here to be junction straight to
the thing is, just 1 second, please. A moment, Ime.
So let's move on.
Yeah, man.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so this is a Liberian thing we can, and the only thing I see about signing laws in Liberia, you just have to be consistent. So from the beginning, you will not get no cheering squad. Just know that. So let's watch this video, guys, and talk about this, because
this is the place that super tell me about, so I think
That's my superintendent.
They got it in here. Got a place over there.
You know where the thing running from somewhere around.
And running into some water,
Yeah.
and putting the water and pumping it in here. Where the source of the water going, we don't know. And we see that they are using chemicals here. And all the washer them we're going to, they've been telling us that these chemicals are banned to come into this country. They ban it in Burkina Faso, they bring it here. They ban it in Ghana, the Ghanaians bring it here. It's dangerous for human health and human consumption. And that's what they're doing here. These are the places here we're talking about. We don't know what type of money they're doing here, but they're using chemicals. We call EPA to come and see. We call Ministry of Health to come and take tests and see what are these. If it is not good, so they can get it out. Because this is not fair to our people. Because we want little sin, we kill our people. There are many, they are more than 15. They are cooking.
You see there, what broken up bees?
They take me there from that one company.
Yeah, the people went fresh.
That place, yeah. So where they taking the death from, and I went now we also need to investigate on what basis people, whether they're working for Tata or they're working for themselves. You know, the mercury they're using. The mercury they're using in the ground. They're on your job now.
I think they're watching the one.
The water dries now, and they put water there. When I put it in the beer, again, and they wash it there. But if you get all the mineral,
when the young ladies bring the water from it, they have the children. And the fish, if the water empties in the river, you eat the fish, it gives you problem. It's a dangerous thing. And that's why we're calling on the people who brought these people, they must get them out of here. We don't want the kind of chemical being used here. And in fact, we don't even know they're present here. We have no document on our decks of how they came here.
So guys, let's stop it there. This has been an issue in our country, right? This illegal mining thing with foreigners. And as you all heard, they were on that site and they seen the superintendent and other people coming in, they ran away. Now you heard what it's saying, especially when you're talking about their birth, deformed, you know, people having babies and stuff and all those things. I mean, this is disturbing, right? And to this is in your hometown, Blount County. So look at all of these setup that has been done. And the superintendent just getting a word on it. I guess it was a leak, something that someone called her to see this thing. And no one knows who brought these people and how they got there and they're doing stuff like this. I mean, let's talk about it. What can we say to these things? What can be done? What can we tell our leaders about stuff like this? Because this is just Blount County site, and I'm pretty sure it's happening a lot of places in Liberia. So I thought we shed a light on that. We'll start for you, Ture.
Yeah, Amy, look, this is a violation of our territorial integrity. Like, you can't, these things can be happening, okay? And this, let me say this. You know, we had these issues on President George Manning. We are, you know, everybody was just doing their thing. Granted, he turned that whole thing over to his brother-in-law, you know, but I mean, I found it so hard. This is just bizarre to me, right? Mm-hmm. That's my superintendent. I was with the lady like in July. You know what I'm saying? So I like the fact that she's actually on site and talking about this issue. But I'm actually baffled because this is not just an operation that from actually seeing everything. This is not something that just started a week ago. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not like something that just started like last week or last month. This shows like there's something been going on for a very long time. Then what? Then it now comes to question of oversight. You know, where are we?
Yeah.
You know, where are we? That our process like this. And I don't know. I'm not gonna play into the whole danger and stuff like that. Like, you know, how this could have a birth defect or anything like that. Like, I don't know to the magnitude of which, you know, chemical these guys are using. I don't know that.
Well, she does. She's a superintendent.
Well, I mean, the lady just said, I mean, obviously, I like the superintendent, like I said, but she don't have all of the facts, you know, because I don't want her to kind of push fear in the public too, you know what I mean? So we don't know what kind of chemical they're using, all right? She said she have obviously informed the EPA. They'll come and do their assessment and see exactly what is going on there. But this is bad, man. This is really, really bad. If you have a superintendent in a county and she's not aware of to which extent an activity of this magnitude is happening,
That should be alarming to every one of us.
I mean, are you concerned about this whole free Africa and everybody moving around however they want to now? Because I mean, not as xenophobic, but I've been a little concerned because of stuff like this, right?
When they say free Africa, they're not saying go start mining poor country. No, that's not what it is.
Well, all Africans.
When they in Liberia, this is possible, Amy. When they in Liberia, I can almost guarantee you this not happening in Guinea, and something not happening in Sierra Leone.
No, I ain't gonna.
You that ain't not a big year, yeah. People gave me a lying certain part of their countryside, let alone say you're going to open money or something like that. It can happen. I think these things are more stuff like because Liberia, we were all crapped up on each other in Monserrado, in Monrovia, and nobody even care about what is happening in the interior. You have your state senator, I mean you have your county senator and representative, right? They're not even in it. They're not even in the countryside. They're all in Monrovia there. They're all in Monrovia there. So nobody don't know. Nobody knows what is going on. So at the end of the day, man, this is a flagrant violation of our territorial integrity, and I am just baffled that this level of work is being done, and the superintendent just allowed me to talk about it at this time. It's just bizarre.
Thank you. Tatas, what do you think about this, and how do you think we can get rid of stuff like this in Liberia?
You know, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the superintendent don't want to go straight to the point and know because lab something that you see there is not in 1 month time or 2 months, 3 months time. You don't think so? It's about 1 year or plus. So she cannot be in the country because you all saying that he say she want the EPA to come. He said someone was saying that I don't know. They said I don't know that Tanda or Jojo, you know. Maybe in one of yeah.
I heard Tanda too, but I don't know if that's what I heard.
I heard something like that. So even if that you that whether Tanda or Jojo or maybe like one of the government because the politician, especially the representatives, the senators, where they have interest, they will allow for it to happen. You see there? But if you know that one of the government officials have their hand inside, let her come up straight to the point and say, oh, this is a social person that doing it. But she will not be bidding around the corner. It's not something like 1 month or 2 months, about year plus. And you not only in Bonkande. It was some part of last year when I tried to when how to call it Papulo. It was the same thing that people were complaining around the town. Around the town, people dig like from the place where the mining, they will go about 50 meters to 100 meters underground. You see that? And as that the day last one is ready to sink, it will cause a lot of damage. So let the EPA go and see who doing it. If the people that they have interest in, then come up either they post up to them.
Thank you, Raymond. Raymond,
So,
I know
you know what?
because Raymond's an engineer. He probably know a lot about it.
What this shows is that we need to step up our enforcement. Like Ture rightly said, this doesn't mean, one Africa. That's not what one Africa defines. When you go into other people's country,
Yes, I've always.
since Ellington, the Burkina Faso have been in that country, have been in the forest, doing all kind of unlawful things. And the truth of the matter is, it's the matter of weak enforcement. The same reason why narcotics so much in our country, we can't enforce. To the extent that people can cross our borders and do whatever they want to do in our country. My brother, it wasn't the superintendent who said, whoever called a name. When the recording was going on, someone said it.
Yeah,
the superintendent is not responsible for what ordinary person said. So we can't hold her responsible for what she said. What she said is that she can identify the people while she was getting there, the people ran away. So that clearly indicates that she illicit, unlawful, legal mining. And that is taking place all over the country, even in my own home village. People are there mining gold illegally everywhere in Liberia. You just mentioned you went Bapolo, you see people doing those things. It's happening. All we need to do is to have those county authorities. And to an extent, I will agree with you that some people in the county know, especially law enforcement. The same thing with the drugs free. Nobody can say they didn't know that people selling drugs around. But some of the same people who should be enforcing only by taking money under the table, allowing these people to operate. But things have to change. And seriously, using these mining chemicals, it affects our biodiversity so terribly. Imagine our ecological impact. Aquatic species, animals are live in the water. If those things get in the water, the animals lay there, it affects them. Some of those animals take those toxins in their tissue. Human beings take those animals, eat those animals, and get affected, sicknesses. Some other animals, we have to go down there to drink the water to die off. Before we look, we start losing some of our biodiversity. We start losing some of the species. But not all of those species have the same resistance. Even the plants that people grow in the soil around the area, people plant things. When they harvest those things, they eat it, those toxins in those plants, and we start eating it. And we already have a fragile health system. So the government really has to do more. We can't allow these things going on. And the lady said it, the superintendent said, they stop the chemical in the other places. But because Liberia is loose, no enforcement, people can bring those things there and try and use them. We're not exposing our poor people who don't have much anyway. We don't have the help facility for them to go to when they're sick. Then we can be exposing them to these things. So it falls on the shoulders of the government, even her. It falls on her shoulders. She has to strategize to see how she can get people off the forest, even though that's a vast land. That's the thing about Liberia. Everywhere in Liberia is green. Our land space is all green. How can you go all in the places to enforce? Again, that's what they are government for. That's their responsibility.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, remember, like you said, the county government has to, local government has to do something about that. Like I know the EPA, she said to call them, but they can't be all areas. That's what the local government is about. So they have to beef up that game and do something because that's a little scary. Pamela, I don't know how we even got to this.
Raymond said it. It was almost like he was really part of my mind. And every time you see people doing all this illicit money, for us who believe in conservation and we think about environment, the ecosystem, because those guys don't think about that. They don't think about that. Imagine illegal chemicals being brought to the country, and what happened to those species that are in that environment? What become of the extinction principles? Because when animals become endangered, they go extinct. And we know so many of our wildlife left Liberia because of so many things that happen in our ecosystem. So we have to take very, very punitive measure. And in fact, this is something where our politicians need. So what is their oversight responsibility? That's why sometimes I really get so angry. Those guys only know how to stay in town, and sometimes some of these illegal miners will get quasi license because they receive notes from some of those guys to go to the ministry and get some kind of license to go and start doing something illegally. And then when all the authorities in that area go and find them, they get a phone call. Oh, speak with the other person, speak with the minister, or speak with the other person. You see that, or they just make phone calls. So that means we are not serious. The problem is an inherent problem, and until those terrible roots, how the Sacramento root was uprooted, until it is taken away, it will be very, very difficult to disperse those guys who are involved in these activities. But I want to give it up to the senator. Let me say the senator, the superintendent, for going there to see. Thank God she did not send people on a feed to go see. She went there herself to see it, and she pointed out. And also because we live in the age of information now, anywhere you go, you carry the media, you carry people, so that it can be documented that, of course, things like this happening and nothing. And I mean, some are sending us in moreover that has an office with an AC and an inscription on the door saying they are this in charge for those things that are happening over there, but they don't know, or maybe they are in the know and they turn a blind eye to it. So this information will reach to them because the media are going to get it, and when they see it, it's a wake-up call. Go get off your comfort zone, get up your butt, and go over there and do your job, because that's what the taxpayer paying you for. I agree. Back to you, Amy.
Thank you. Alex?
Thank you, Amy. You know, I listened to Famura. Mosiko, the segmentary. You know, the thing is, I listened to my big brother Toure talking about whether the representative or the senators, those government officials.
1 second. We got here, you guys. Sorry, Alex.
Yeah. So let me be fair and tell you the truth. See, man, Toure, those money, those various counties, the representative aware of it, senators aware of it. That's why they get the thing they call the brown envelope. Who told you that they don't know? They 100% know. They know what's going on in the country. They are the same people that killing our people in Liberia. Chemicals, I will be honest with you. Those chemicals you see the bringing, that's what killed a lot of people in that country. A lot of things going on. Let me be honest on the show. By profession, I'm a mortician in Bama, right? I deal with all chemicals as well. You see, some of those chemicals, just by inhaling those chemicals, it killed a lot of people in the villages. And then we sitting, who tell you that the representative for that country don't know? Who told you the senator for that country don't know? They finna get in a shit. And it's sitting. It's sitting. The only thing I gotta say, man,
that's scary.
We need to just keep praying for the best or for the right government. Meaning for the right representative or the right senator. But our people, they are the one killing us. So that's why you see people bringing things from different countries. Liberia. You know, one thing I always tell people, the name you get a child, it get an infant on the child. Liberia will get a name by saying free land of liberty. Because Liberia is a free land of liberty, all type of free things just enter. Everybody just come and chop and chop and go.
Well, I agree.
That's the name. That the name affecting us today. We have a good name, Christopher. We said no, we don't want it.
Christopher.
We have
Can you imagine us being called Christopher today?
But it took it.
Can you imagine that?
They took that name. They said no. The free land of liberty brought us here. Same because of free land of liberty brought us here. That's the reason why you see Liberia was crying day and night. We're crying. That free land of liberty. Like what my brother or family said, the moment you call, you do anything, you just take phone call, representative, somebody will talk on that phone. Hey, my man, lead that man. I don't want. Let it pass. We need to stop this. Thank God for this government are in power. One thing I will applaud this government for, whenever people speak, they react. So I believe they can say the papa sleeping, but I think they'll be sleeping on Facebook. Joseph Boakai can watch everybody laugh. So I believe you have come across that pretending life. And something must go on. Then we get to the root. But our representative and senator, I will tell you, my senior man, don't depend on it. They just representing for certain time for election, they'll go in the booth for a few times, they come right by again.
Yeah.
They are the one killing our people.
Thank
you.
Mars.
Yeah, I will be super fast on this. I'll be very
Please don't
fast.
say that. Please don't get that disclaimer.
Let me talk my team back. I will be super fast on this issue, right?
Disclaimer is on.
Yeah. Look, Liberia is a country that I got pretty close to 200 entry points. So these things, you expect these things, right? I don't know the lines and mines and the EPA capacity, but by right, they're supposed to have agents in all these counties, especially in the mining areas. So for these things to have happened, continue, that they even the superintendent in the county not even aware, it just shows that we need to beef up our our government, because the EPS and people blaming the lawmakers, the EPA and the lines and mines responsible for these things. If these things been happening, and I know these things happening in many other areas, they're supposed to have agents the same way they got police assigned in other areas. The EPS, the lines and mines, the act that created the lines and mines, they're supposed to have agents in all the areas monitoring, patrolling. So they're supposed to be take responsibility of this.
Even the EPA, right?
I give it back to you.
Oh,
Emil, can I please take 30 seconds? Look, I totally agree with everything Raymond said. I didn't even go to that I didn't go to that length, and that's because of my ignorance. Because Raymond is an engineer and he knows exactly more about the soil than I will ever do. But yeah, like the biodiversity, that is something that we don't even talk about in our country. You know, we're not even talking about these endangered species. You know, while other countries are actually going to places like Liberia to recover from some of their violation over the years, then we are allowing people to come to Burkina Faso and just cross through the everybody money. Everybody money. You know, like I mean, it is such a thing now that no, but you see, I mean, let me tell you this, man. Look, there has to be some regulation, and I understand for Liberia being that old and we don't have these things straightened up yet. It is such a disgrace, you know. But like I said, I am still absolutely baffled that level of production can happen in our county. As a superintendent, my own sister, it's just literally being aware about that. I think snitching had to be proliferated.
Yeah, I think that's what happens.
People need to make snitching a government policy.
So what you said about lens and mines that's supposed to have agents all over?
Well, even the EPA.
Yeah, exactly. The EPA and the lens and mines.
You know, the EPA too supposed to have. I think what we need in our country, right? Back in the days when I was little, we used to have what we call fire brigade. They used to be there, right?
Fire truck.
You know what I mean? No, I'm talking about people that used to literally walk from door to door in a town, seeing because Liberia, Emmy.
Exactly, that's the point right there.
Used to make fires.
Well, from door to door, seeing what? Doing what?
Huh?
Educating people.
Emmy, you're not supposed to cook certain time of the day. You know that?
No.
Oh yeah. People used to be walking. I mean, at least in Batala, everybody like back.
Why? Because of the wind and the sun. What is going on?
Yep. Certain time of the day, if the
you're not supposed to light fire. You're not supposed to light fire certain time of the day.
If they see fire there, you're in trouble. The men don't carry the whole pot. Oh yeah. So we need to have the kind of visibility in an area. People need to know these things. If he sees something, he says something. Just the way when 9/11 happened in America, they put out that policy. If you see something, he says something. Even if you see a plastic bag in New York, you need to say something. That's what we need to have in Liberia. If he says something, if you see something, you say something. Alert somebody to it.
You walk into a farm, you see somebody digging hole somewhere, call your local authority. You know, that's something that jingle should be in every village, every town. It should be all over the place. If you see somebody digging anything, let people know. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, it's true because, like, I was telling somebody I'm having a conversation with, where I have my land in Marsha, you know, there's an alleyway, right? And then the guy went, the guy that bought the other side next to me. There's an alley between us. This dude went and built a house. Well, his dad bought an acre, and then he tried to give it to, I don't know if he had 50 kids or whatever. Try to share the land, and then this dude trying to build his house, squeezed in on the bench he built in the alleyway. Like half of the house is in the alley, right? So the guy that was on my land, he said he told him not to be. He said you are in the alley and something. They never pay no. So I said, why didn't you call the you know, like public works or lands, their mine, whatever? Because they're not in these corners, right? You have to tell them something. If you're not doing it, they won't know unless they are doing patrolling or whatever. And when somebody come and break that thing down, right? And it's a nice little decent house, right? But it's right in the alley, and our people, right? Somebody told you this thing when you were digging the foundation, and you didn't stop. But when public work come and break that down right now, they're doing something bad. So I don't know, but
So, Amen, let me use this opportunity to educate you and every other person listening who might be in a similar situation. The laws of Liberia says anything that isn't done according to the law isn't done at all. The law don't recognize it. So that fellow who built his house, the procedure is in all urban area before you build a house, you must take your land deed or your property deed to the Ministry of Public Works, so they can assess that the perimeters of your construction is in a lawful location, and how that construction affect all other adversely all other activities in that area. If you don't do that and you construct that house, you have not constructed a house according to the law.
Wow.
Because you do not have permit, you're not authorized. And anyone who builds in the right of way, whether alleyway, roadway, reserved location for roads, that house do not exist because you're in the wrong location. So all you need to do is to write a written letter reporting the incident to the Minister of Public Works, address it, and drop it to the Minister of Public Works. When you go there, let they send a photocopy of that letter and they receive it from you with a date. You can use that to follow up. Because of logistics and other things, it will delay, but keep following up with Public Works until one day they will send a Public Works officer in after you to do an assessment, and they will ask everybody around there to come with their property deed to the Ministry of Public Works. They will do something called a conference. And after that, they might instruct them to do their own demolition. If they don't want Public Works ready, Public Works will break down our house because our house don't exist, no matter how much of $1 million you put in it.
Yeah, that's good to know because he's actually trying to get I think someone else told him, right, that he built in the alleyway. So guess what he tried to do? This man tried to go into my land trying to create an alley. I'm like, bro, you're not working like that. We're not doing that. But it's true.
Post-war Liberia, I'm telling you.
So, I'm sorry. He could negotiate with you because sometimes government can ask people if you have already, if you can buy your land ×5 the cost, if you haven't built it. I mean, for the alleyway, yes, so, I mean, that negotiation, everything has a value. If they make it pay the value for the thing, why not?
For the house to not get breaking down, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes government will ask you to compromise if you can find a, because you already use, but you have to create a lane way for people to pass.
He's trying to do that, yeah, into my land.
So you can negotiate with him. But if there's anything, I will advise you, the last time you and I had a conversation, the power of notice.
Right.
If you have to notify that man. You're the community, you got to write Public Works. You got
Are
to
we,
put
are
him
we
on
closing
record
now?
for his wrongful action. You got to give him a notice.
Wow. That is
Pop,
crazy.
pop,
And
pop,
who
pop,
knows some of these things? Oh, so I put an urgent to come in here because I did not know Liberia has so many names, and when did we have all these names, and when did we change them?
Liberia a lot of names, I mean.
Go back to history, Amy.
I know. I'm late, right?
Amy, you just spare time to read on Liberian history.
Raymond take a vascular here for me. I told you know how you just put your money up at this. But anyways, guys,
The Portuguese were in Liberia before. I mean, you know that, right? You know that part?
I think we need to do history Saturday. Let me talk about these things. If we doing Liberia history on here, y'all would know. Y'all just know one line, and y'all come here act like y'all know more than Amy. What's going on here? Or you really do know?
Well,
we come in the show for you already something.
I mean, you broke the news to everybody because
What news? Vascular here, and you better not say anything. Don't snitch.
But
Let's do.
Eric is saying the public work ministry was the sleeping giant. I don't know what I was doing, Joe. We had time.
Honestly, it's all about nobody can give people tax without resources to do the work.
Yes.
I told y'all during campaign time that the Ministry of Public Works, the zoning division, had only one functional pickup. One pickup. How can you implement zoning regulations in the country?
A whole country.
With only one pickup. Can that you set the person up for failure?
Yes.
I agree. Yep.
And most times they never even have field to go in the field. Like, what can you do, man? When you give people tax, you got to give them all the necessary tools and empower them to get the work done.
That is correct. Yeah, that is correct. If not, you just subject them to eating salary.
That's all. Go sit around in office and do nothing.
Yeah. No, but that's true. That's true. Work is not being done. And
So, Amy, I know whether we're about to close.
Yeah.
All right. So, I don't know whether you guys have heard this, and I just want to get the thought of everybody, whether it makes sense or not. I overheard that the University of Liberia coming up with a study, with a new study called modular science. So I don't know what you guys, what's your take on that new course that the University of Liberia about to launch?
It's what, modular science?
Modular science.
What is it about? Like very for people?
So what happened is, looking at most young people in Liberia that just joining in the field of the funeral home, working the funeral homes, and not being trained, don't actually know what they're doing only because
you mean mortuary science?
Yes, that's why I just said mortuary science.
Well, why are we doing it in university? If they don't know it, why isn't it being like a technical school or something like that?
Oh, so from time Liberia don't have it.
Yeah, I get it if they want to do that, but
there are a lot of
the university will be the best. It's not technical.
But there are a lot of courses. There are a lot of courses that Liberians. There are a lot of courses they're not doing in the University of Liberia. So,
that one there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure they do insurance.
Because
courses like insurance.
Man, let's stick on the mortuary one here. But the thing about it, I understand what you're trying to say, right? They don't have any something in it. But if like we're going to college, we go through, grade school and something and high school and everything before we go to college, right? So if they don't have that, why are they starting from the university level instead of having it as a technical school or something like that?
All right, so for that aspect, you can start it with technical school because you have to still go to the university level, like where you can start with freshman, junior, all the way. Because even me, I was one of victims, honestly, man, where I got sick, and because that's my passion. That's what I love. When I got into it, I got sick. But when I came over here and I decided to go to school for it, and the university is the only in the University of Minnesota offering it. The colleges don't offer it. So, and I saw that when I went to Liberia, met some educators, those that are in the higher level, and when I try to ask, that how I got a glance on the University of Liberia about to establish that because of a lot of things that are happening when it comes to the funeral home aspect. A lot of young people just going into it, but not understanding the, no proper training, nothing. So I was like, okay, so that's why, they kind of platform to see what's the thought, what is important, what is not important, just to get other people's point of view.
Oh, absolutely, it's important. There's a few as that. I mean, you have a passion for it. I'm very proud of the dead. Somebody else might, it can be just you. So that is definitely important. It might not be important to one person, but it doesn't mean it's not important to the other people. We have like almost. I'm gonna skip that 5 million thing. I think we are well over 6 million now. I'm gonna say that, right? Almost 6 million people in the country. Of course, you have people. You already have funeral homes. People working in there, right?
Right.
So yeah, it is. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's a good idea to have.
I'll even say 7 million people aiming because for 6 years, Joey, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, like you say, 5.5%.
But that's not yet not there. That is a very great point over there, brother. I think when people are in a university or any higher institution, when you see that any industrial, at least people are pivoting towards, I think it only makes sense for you to offer those courses where people can have some prerequisite and standardized kind of experience into that field. Because I mean, the dead bodies and all of that stuff, even though people are dead, but they still need to be
still family, yeah.
They still need to be fitting processes and all of that stuff. So I mean that is a very noble career path that anybody can join, and it's absolutely rewarding for people to join because, like I said, that's not something I would.
It's not something that everybody would do. Yeah,
our territory. Yeah. But those that are going there, it's imperative that they get all of the necessary, professionalized skills to be able to do it. So I mean, it's good. It's good that the university are offering it.
Anybody else? What do you think about it, Morris? Do you have anything?
No, yeah, but I mean, there's always an advantage in learning something. Whenever you excel in your learning, your education, there's always an advantage to that. But my only thing is that I mean, there are other things. Yeah, even as much as we can do everything at once, but also there are a lot of other courses to the university. The university is the old university. It's one of the older universities in Africa, in West Africa, so to say. So I mean, it's a good thing for them to upgrade in terms of the kind of courses that they offer. So yeah, I mean, it's a learning. There are people that find they find something. So it's good for people to learn. Yeah, exactly. There are people that find interest in that area, so it's always good to learn to improve your, So it's good. It's a good idea if they actually introduce that into the curriculum. It's good.
Santos, you got anything to say about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like for them to bring it. For me, I didn't hear it yet, but I like for them to bring it because the reason I'm a victim of it. When my mother passed off in 2021, I will care her to the funeral home. No more la was not having better. At the end of the day, the 2 weeks that she took there, she came up with better.
It's not. I'm sorry, we're not. The way you said it is
no.
When I
let me just educate Tatos on that, right? Okay.
My brother, you come in. What I'm trying to say is that those that work to the funeral home, some of them they don't really know the work. But if you know the work, you know the point I'm speaking on. Not like I'm needed to do it. But the way in which they work, It was not to my satisfaction. You see that? Even when it took my big brother for him to stick there, and the other funeral home that work on the body, it was okay. But the other people, they didn't do the work. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Not like I'm trying to say contrary to what you're saying. So thank you there.
Kamala? Always like in a different cloud.
Look, I'm multifunctional and multidimensional. So I have to be balancing myself. What a great show. It's always good to come on, and especially we having some good minds joining the show every day. It kind of raising up the spirit and raising up the mojo of the spirit of the show. So great show. Hope tomorrow, which is on Monday, we can come back here and also and contribute.
And I'm multifunctioning this time around. What did you hear us talking about the mortuary? What is it again?
I mean, the mortuary science, the man already told us that it's error. I don't know anything about that. I can't.
We wanted to get our views on it. Like, is it a good idea? What do we think about
Oh
it?
yeah, because I mean, you have a lot of funeral homes now in like, bro, and in fact, death is inevitable. Every day somebody dying. What are you talking about? And one of the lucrative business now, like all over the world. And you know, especially the African tradition, we give dignity to the dead. So
Really?
yeah, we dignify people in death. You see people brushing day by day teeth and all. You say what? Yeah. So but there are a lot of things involved in mortuary science. You know, anything that has to do with science, you know, it's an organized body of knowledge that must be gained through careful observation, research, and experiment. So once science is involved, that means it has to be done carefully. You know, and anybody who's going to come into that particular space to say you want to look at or take care of the dead, especially, you know, in America, when people go to hospice, when they're preparing them and they're preparing people for that peaceful exit and other thing, the comfort care is something that you have to pay keen attention to. It's not only when the person is alive, you give them that comfort, but when it also in death, you have to give them that comfort. Yeah, so it's a very good thing, and maybe someday, you know, someday in the future we can look into that direction, because most of the funeral homes we have in Liberia, they have to get expertise and people from outside, you know, and sometimes they have to do their own in-house training. That's what people do in-house training, and the basic thing they're doing now is just the basic preservative they're using a formaldehyde. So like the young man Elizano, he said there are a lot of different chemicals they use and other things, and yeah, so I think it's welcoming at some point, because it's a decent profession, but people think that as soon as you say, oh, you work in funeral home, they say, oh, hey, he's scary, he's spirit you and spirit them. Like, no, some people you go to work, you go there to go take day by and carry to your home. So what?
Well, thank you, Famila. But you know, not everybody has the spirit for everything. Go ahead, I remember.
Why at a university level? And that's why I want to answer.
Yeah.
The best practice the world over, even in Africa, is start at university level. And why should it be? That's because it has to do with basic anatomy and physiology. It has to do with science, like my brother said. The human body, who's deceased? What are you preserving? Do you understand the human body? Do you understand the organs? And if you can understand that, then you know how to do it at a professional level. And our brother gave us a classic example where people pay money and the quality of service is unsatisfactory. Come to think about it, microbiology. When people pass away, what causes death? There are certain disease conditions that cause death, impact the body differently.
How can you treat that body, preserve that body, make the body look, restore the person to a lifelike condition for the funeral service?
Oh
All
my
that
gosh,
has to do with it,
that.
Amy. And it has to do with a lot of knowledge. If you don't understand what you don't know, you can't produce.
That's right.
So people have to be trained to that level, to that extent. Even pathology is into mortuary science. What caused the death? And whenever we need a pathologist to do any assessment on a body, we bring people from outside the country. So if we taught people that in Liberia at that level, they're able to do some forensic investigation on the dead and know the cause of death. And so I mean, it's deep, and that's why we need it at a university level. And we can't settle for mediocre mindset in Liberia. We are
Technical
building
is not mediocre now. Don't do that to other people.
What?
I said technical is not mediocre now.
But it's not a technical, it's a science
It's not a
program.
technical stuff.
No, I know. I'm saying because I
So
said
what I'm trying to say, why we're trying to say a little hands-on program, I consider technical to be a hands-on program where you can get trained a person by observation, apprenticeship.
Exactly.
And that course isn't meant for that. That's what I'm trying to say. So but we can do that. I mean, not everybody that work in there have to be all knowledgeable. There got to be some other people that can just go through a low program and can work with them. But those who will be the directors, those who will be heading the labs, those who will be the pathologists, those people have to be at a level at least BSc or above.
You know, it's now that you said that way, it makes sense with all the something that involved. But you know, in Liberia, we don't not Liberia alone. I think in Africa, I know prominence there was something they did, but you know, I heard a story from London and I was kind of stunned what I was listening to. This pastor, her husband died, right? And he was taken to the mortuary during COVID. So she said when she talked about it there, they asked her, what is his name? So she said his name. But then when she came out, they found out that he was a pastor. They were mad at her. Why didn't she tell them that she was a pastor? She said, what does it matter? He's dead. She said, no. He might be dead, but he transitioned.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to call them. She said, like, everything they were doing for her husband. They'll say, oh, Pastor Sunday, we're about to do this now. Oh, Pastor Sunday, we're going to obey you now. Pastor Sunday. And she said she stood there like, are these people crazy? Like, why are you talking to the dead?
That's the respect, right?
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Respecting, she was actually, and my mind was like, she said it's sort of kind of thing that we do in Africa almost, but this one was like at a different scale. They asked me to bring in towers, new towers. They asked me to bring in blankets that they will put in. They were telling me that as he's going, he's transitioning. This one, it was so scary. Like what these white people were saying.
Are you hearing me, man?
Yeah, come on.
Okay, so let me just say something quickly. You see, within our field, always treat the dead as if to say that person is alive.
Yes.
Don't disrespect them. You know, the thing is, in Liberia, we disrespect the dead somehow. You just take a structure, like you will notice that when they send a funeral home to go collect a dead body, they would just take a dirty body bag and place the person. Within our ethical cycle, most things, the reason why I was, when I overheard that, I got excited because most of the young guys that work in the funeral home right now in Liberia, they are not trained. And most of them, that is not their profession. To be an embalmer, a professional embalmer, you don't need to drink alcohol. It's unethical. No, you don't. It's against our ethic. Because here you say, if you drink alcohol, when the person is dead, that does not mean that the disease or the sickness within that person is dead. That sickness within the person is roaming around to get into another being. So that's why you have to be careful, because every tools that you use, you have to be very careful and you got to be very professional in using those tools. So any mistake you make, example, if I'm using a tools on a person and that tools cut me, definitely I'm going to get any affected disease that was in that person going to enter in me. that disease is not there till a chemical enter into that disease.
Yeah.
And then I listened to my brother Tatos. You know, the reason is in Liberia, if you don't understand the process of embalming, that's why most funeral homes, some funeral home is not, most of them need to be closed. Like what Tatos talked about his late mother, may her soul rest in peace. That family have the all right to sue that funeral home. All right. This is what they did to her.
I love America.
This is what they did to her. After they did a preservation over her and they let her down, because if the body go in, the first thing we do, we prop the body up and preserve the body for that moment and the chemical within that person. So the day, let's just say a day after the person be removed, like they say, okay, we're coming for this person on Saturday. On Friday, you have to drain the person out. So there where they made a mistake by not draining her out. They left her just as it is. But because we don't understand, if you don't understand the mentor of that funeral home, you will just leave it like that. You have all right to sue any funeral home. You're going to get good money from it.
Yeah, and Alex, though, Alex, at the end of the day, like Raymond saying our other topic that we concluded on before coming to this. If people are like, nobody should just go in any profession because you have the manpower to do it. You need to have all of the equipment to be able
Passions and everything, yeah.
You know what I mean? You need to have all of the equipment to be able to do that.
But
right?
a big
But
brother.
you go to school, they will tell you exactly all of the science, like how do you preserve a body for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, all the necessary chemical that you need to be able to do that, right? It will take all that, and then it will be bending on you. Because that's the thing. When you go to a funeral home, I'm pretty sure you want to do the thing we don't do it like, bro, we don't do review. I don't think businesses actually have that, right? Because if
some business reviewed about it.
Okay, no, I'm talking about like people sharing their experiences, like you know how business in America, they you can go to Amazon, and I mean not Amazon, but they can
we don't do it in Liberia. You're right.
You know what I'm saying, right? People sharing their experience. Oh, people that are very bad to my mom, like Tatos can go on there and say all of those demeaning things I did to the oh my God, that's something may God rest her soul. You know what I mean? So that would discourage people from actually going to that funeral home, right? We don't do that. So at the end of the day, this is a good thing. Give people the opportunity to go learn these things in school and then come and put it to use. And the government should make it mandatory. If you don't have the prerequisite or all of the necessary equipment needed to open a functioning funeral home, you should not be allowed to go in that.
But Ture,
let me come in. Let me just come in a little bit, Ture, and the book for you. You all right. In fact, other countries, what they do, they have a licensing body that regulates the sector. Even people who will serve as embalmer, people who will serve as director and the likes, must take a stable test to prove that they got the requisite knowledge. And time and time again get evaluated. Their lessons can be revoked based on malpractices, like he just said. So I think if Liberia have to get there, the foundation must be there first. We must train people to hold them to a certain standard.
I think that was I think was 95. I don't know 95 or 90. The mid 90s. You know, there are people that take care of their body, that people that work in a funeral home. One thing that they don't have, that courage. They are so scared of the dead body, and I will tell you why. I think that was 95. The funeral home in Topo Village. Which funeral home in Topo Village? Is that St. Moses, right?
Yeah, that's in Moses.
Right, St. Moses. I'll tell you one funny story. This was something that happened live. These guys dressed, the criminal, when they came, all of them dressed in white, all over white.
When they cast it, I overheard that story.
You know that story? Yeah.
They wanted to store the casting.
The men dressed all over white, the criminal dressed all over white. They entered the compound pretending to be ghosts the day, but everybody ran. All the workers.
Yes, though. That story, it was not the embalmer or the mortician or the undertaker that ran away. It was at night. It was the security that ran away. So
The
the
people that
thing
run,
is,
my man,
people are
you were there. The people run
Roma,
away. How did the people?
Roma and Toure. Let me be honest with y'all. Let me just come in a conclusion.
Well, your phone's froze.
Almost 80, I mean, that's 60% of the funeral home, right? Most of them, they are not licensed.
Yeah, I agree.
I will call one funeral home name.
My man, we don't put a swear.
No, yeah, you're right. Most of them, they are not licensed, right?
You don't have any copyright to that name.
So the thing is, no, you're right, senior man. The thing is, on my platform, I always educate people on embalming. I educate people on all the processing. But the thing here is, in the reason why you see most people in Liberia afraid of that, because the funeral home in Liberia, I don't know about other African countries, they make this to be a society. To the point they will tell you, oh, the thing they can do inside it, they can talk it. Oh, they can do they want. They make people afraid. They lie. They create stories to make people afraid. But since I've been on my Facebook Live, been educating people, most young people have just been embarrassment that they're interested in it.
You see?
So
That's
parents
exactly what
make their children afraid.
The man farming looks like it's only supposed to be old people who's supposed to be doing farming, and it's only poor farmers are poor people. So you have to make these careers attractive to young people. You have to think about it so they can be,
So Alex, is this a family business of yours, or you just had this or you just fascinated about the whole process? Or you're such a caring person that you really want to people get
I care too.
So I started this career when I was at the age, let us say I was at the age of 11 years.
Wow.
So
Jesus.
No family is not a family thing.
What are you 11 years old doing?
It was a big brother of mine who once I followed him to the funeral home.
11 years.
At that time, the funeral home called Alfred Bugler, right? When Alfred Bugler and other funeral home were just starting, right? So I used to follow him to the funeral home, and then I decided to, fall in love with the job. So that's what I tell most people that just jumping into the job. You're going to see most of the funeral, visit the funeral, you're going to see most of them into alcohol. Most of them into alcohol. And what happened? They killed themselves.
They can't deal with that.
No, because it's not their passions. It's not their passions. If something is not your passion, don't force it. Don't go there.
Totally agree.
Yeah, they do
Don't go
there.
Don't go there because of the money.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it because of money. Do it because you love it.
I'm not. Don't worry about.
But look, Amy, let me read this guy comment here. Eric is such a act, man. The guy said, which country on this planet where people can only go to trade school for a period of 3-6 months and then become a specialist? Someone below it, he said, seen with the fear of journalism. Everyone with a smartphone in Liberia is a journalist.
No, but he's not lying. He's not lying.
Amy, can we close now? After 12:30.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
We having a time here, but anyway, go ahead.
But that's true, Morris. We can close the show now. Yeah. I mean, we got 4 more minutes, Amy, to hit the mic. Then we can close the show.
What are you talking about?
Close.
So yeah, so
hit 3.
That's it. Thank you guys for at least. Thank you to Big Brother Roman. Roman, thank you.
3 more minutes, Amy.
Thank you to every one of you guys. At least, not everybody afraid of, such career. And I'm not just stopping to be an embalmer. Like personally, I'm an embalmer. Within the US over here, you have to get a license. So I'm in a school, but I'm also working as a student, student embalmer, where I'm only driving the herbs. In a week, I just go and help drive the herbs, get cases from various hospitals or whatsoever, and take it to the funeral home. I can tell people dead body is not for old people. That was way back during those days.
Yeah,
we need to respect the dead. The thing is, without us, those people cannot be buried. And the one good thing I always tell people, God always protect us. We as an embalmer, God protect us.
That's what I said.
In
Yeah,
during
for
the
sure.
Ebola, I was in Liberia during the Ebola. God protected me in many
You
ways.
doing that job too? Doing that what?
Yes.
Oh wow.
During the
I'm a
COVID.
little passionate about this
God
thing.
bless your soul.
Let me quickly. Is there any other career pathway above after being this level? Okay, just is there? Tell me the steps because
Okay,
I know
so the step
when the
is
first
let me
level
let me
to
make you
where
understand.
you get
The step
master
is
in being or in Bama.
yes. The step is to be an embalmer. To be an embalmer, you got to first start. Like I started like a yard ball. I was just in a yard, and then next, but the actual stage you had to be an undertaker. So an undertaker, the person who just go and take the body from the hospital, take it to the funeral home, and also doing the funeral arrangement stuff. Like when you're taking the body to the church, these are the people that follow the casket are the people that call the undertaker. So that people don't just enter the mall. So if you're undertaker, you don't allow to just enter the mall. You have to get permission to enter the
Well, the
mall.
ones who are pulling the casket in the motorcade or whatever that thing
Yeah,
called.
the one that just the driver with the person that just got to the casket
Well, they
whenever.
are the undertaker.
Yes, they are the
Who
undertaker.
is the one that buried it?
So you
Yes.
need certain certification
For
or
that one.
credential to make it in a mall. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, to be on Ibama, yes. Like what the Roman said, he's 100%. But in Liberia, no.
After undertaking
In
that.
Liberia,
Yeah,
in
right.
Liberia, no.
Undertaking being the
Liberia,
most.
So
anyone can be
when I finish
Ibama.
with that undertaking, because today the undertaking thing is serious. So
So-
when I finish undertaking, now what is the next level?
After undertaker, like in the US, that way when you go to the school, you get your license, you take a stable test, then you can be a professional Ibama. But in Liberia, after undertaker, they're gonna start training you within the field of embalming. So they will start training you. So once you
So
are embalmer,
embalming is when you do the dissecting and all of that. To
yeah. So embalming is pretty easy. It's not hard, pretty easy to do, and
So
it
there's
just
this myth. Let me ask my last one. There's this myth because I know in time past there were extraction. They used to do extraction.
they don't do it
used to-
again.
yeah, that's what I want to find out.
The
What
liver
are they
hanging
still
out?
doing
No,
extraction?
they don't do it. So in embalming, we embalm in the two forms. We embalm like in Ghana, mostly the Ghanaians people they embalm from the neck. Okay. But in Liberia, we embalm from the legs. Right. So there are one thing we are looking for. We are looking for the like the wet vein, the vein that responsible for transformation of water into the body. That when you drink it, the water it spread the water everywhere. So that vein that we're looking for
Drink the
within
fluid
is
out.
almost like as a doctor, medical doctor, you're looking for specific vein to put a needle in, right? So it's the same thing as an embalmer. We look for that vein. But in doing that, be careful. You got to pass by the blood vein. So if you're not careful, you're not going to know the specific vein because the blood vein, the vein that control the blood is different from the vein that control the water.
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay.
I learned something about this.
Yeah. So for that reason, in doing that, you have to be well trained, not just 1 month. You got to stand there and be trained for almost a year, and make sure that you get because technically it's a biology. You should know the entire part of the human body.
Yeah.
You should know everything of the human body. You should
God
know
bless
where
your soul.
everything located, everything because any mistake you make on the body, and then in that is also a
Well,
physics.
what happened to the mistake? Any mistake you made? What happened?
You can go to jail.
What?
Because the body going to mess up. Yes.
So quickly before we zero on that, there was this story that just hit the internet. It was trending that a family about their misidentity. Another body was
to be funeral home.
Yeah.
Sorry for your late. This is just a rapper we're doing.
No, I know. Let me make you understand with that, right?
Yeah,
funeral home is not a-
how do people really misidentity, give another body to another people?
Thank you.
And then-
Good question. You see, Tupi funeral home is not the only funeral home I've done it. Even the funeral home I worked for before Summer Striker, they made us same mistakes. So here's the mistakes. The person who made that mistakes is the embalmer within there, right? Or the undertaker as well. can also be go to jail. Before a body go into the mall or it come from the hospital, make sure you check the body tag and know the person name is on that person.
If you just grab anybody and just start.
So if you don't find a tag and you just take it, so what happened to 2 years? The lady that they changed the body, the lady and the other lady had the same body size.
The blood of Jesus.
And then what happened to the first family was the first, and let me be honest, some families don't like to view their body. They were like, you know what? Let's just go. We don't want to view it.
But
and then within the process,
kind of like identifying the body before you get it out.
They don't want to identify the body. So by right,
yes,
you got to identify your body. Whether you scary or not, you got to bring someone to identify the body.
Right, that's your family.
And make sure everything.
So they always have in the open wake. You have to go there and see the body, and they have that first service for them. The family go see the body and make some.
Alex, it's almost like having a new delivered baby, right?
Eric's having a baby.
That's one of the things at the hospital that I'm very, and that's what like your baby just arrived. And you got all these old man and just taking the child, carrying it everywhere, moving it, coming here. But once you have that tag down on that baby legs, or you know what I mean,
I just got tagged to it. I take my own marker to the hospital when I have my 2 kids. I open between the big toes and I put my mark there that nobody knows but me, right? I open the big toes and the little toes and I put a marker there, the Sharpie. And I just closed it. So when they took the baby to go do whatever, my son to go do his little circumcision came back, I went between the toes. I did it. That's mine. Every time they're taking my baby.
So
I'm sorry.
To answer your question, that's what happened to Tupi funeral. And what happened? He was smart to grab the body. So they have to go and contact the other family, and the family agreed, and that family had to take the body, they have to remove that body and take it back to the funeral home and turn it over to the rightful owner, and then take that other one and take it. So all the expenses were just on Tupi because the fault came from that.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow!
All right, guys, let's go to night.
Yeah, we hit it now. Anyway,
that's a classic example why people have to be educated at that level to manage a funeral home.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, Eric's their friends, and it's almost bedtime too. Please don't make me.
It's a very tedious profession.
Look, I don't know why people always want to think they can dodge this. Life is just like that, and it was directly put onto us that every man was facing, and death is the end of life. I don't know why people always, when we went to school, they always. In fact, I don't know why people always put it in the chapter, the end part of our first unit, that was death. I don't know why they always bringing it there. That was the last. Last chapter.
But death was created before life.
Yeah, I know, but they always bring it now in the last chapter.
I think I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. Is our a culture that make us afraid of the dead and make us always think that
be afraid.
Man, look. And then, even when you pass in the cemetery, right? Like when I was little, when we passed in the cemetery, we would take our shoes and step out and start running. But so why is it funny, Toure? My first house, my husband and I were looking for a house, and why the realtor took us to a house, in the back it was a cemetery, right? Oh, so when I was looking at the houses and something I went in that, and then when I look in the backyard, I'm like, and then I look at her, she was like, "What's wrong?" I said, I don't think I like those neighbors back there. Like, she was like,
those are peaceful neighbors. You're not gonna get no music out of them.
I told her, I said, I'm from Africa, and we don't do neighbors like that close. Like right in my backyard too, right? They was right there, the cemetery. Like, and I look at them, I'm like, you crazy? You're not from Liberia? Like,
it's very peaceful, Amy.
Like, let's get out of here. That's it. I don't want to look at anything else.
That's the best piece you have.
Yeah, Toure, you had a question.
Alex, I'm very impressed that you actually started getting a fascination about this
young man
at the age of 11. Let me tell you, when I was 11 years old, even somebody pass around, even someone pass in my neighbor yard, it would take me months before getting reaching that yard.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But that's very, very much impressive though. And that just tells you not every career for everybody.
And anything
Yeah.
Everybody
you
get
go
an
into,
hero,
you
yeah.
should have passion for it.
Everybody get an
That's the
hero.
only way you
From
excel.
the way we talk, from talking to Alex said tonight, he does. He have a
But hopefully you can come back when Alex.
great passion.
Don't just be a one trip pony though. Don't just be
No.
up with it and then when I see you ever again.
No, I don't know. I was just crossing on Facebook when I came across you guys, so I need to just screenshot the
Keep
name.
sharing. Keep sharing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
share
All
this
our
with your
viewers
fellow
don't know we're here yet. Y'all share the show, please, Eric. So I think Raymond share the show with you all, but that's how we get our viewers back here. They don't know we're here. We never let them know.
So can you
most of the
please?
group
I
chat,
know
so-
you may look at the comment section. I want to get a name, at least so I can be coming on the show all the time.
Go watch news.
Yeah, so once this is what the algorithm does. If you watch any of our previous video, they're going to be suggesting that to you. So anytime you go in the search section, as soon as you press that cycle, they will suggest Liberia Watch News to you first because you've been on our platform.
Yeah. And it
Well,
shows
Eric,
you-
please go ahead and find it. Yeah, Eric, because Eric said he thought the show there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still alive.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
See, we never give the people a heads up because we just got booted out like when they didn't pay our bills and how we feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they got viewer heads up, so everybody probably like, "Where are they? What happened to the show? What is the show at?" And they funny us one at a time, so we'll be good.
So at least I'll be okay with someone can just be inboxing me when they want me to come on. I'll gladly be okay.
Or rather, get your number
But once
to
you
Amy so
develop
we can
interest,
include you in the group.
interest in the show, just message Amy and then she can take it up from there.
Send your message.
No, just say a number so that she can add you to the WhatsApp group, and that
Yeah,
way
because once you in the WhatsApp group, you get access to the link.
I don't know where can I put my. Let me see something.
Go to where they have private chat.
Okay, yeah.
Go to
I'm
private
about to
chat.
do that.
Send it with WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Send
Yeah, Eric, my man, good to see you, my guy. Please come back again, my man. Make sure
Amy, we hit the mark now.
follow
You
and
can,
like the
you can
page.
shut it down. We're talking it back.
I already text.
You guys send it. Yeah, you guys. Y'all still want to do closing? I had a
No,
great
I'm
time
done.
with the whole last topic.
We're
Yeah.
done because
Done
they
myself.
wanna- we're
Thank
already
you, you
in
guys, for coming. Good to see you, Eric. Good to see you, Alex, and
Man, talk to us,
everybody
man.
else.
What?
We appreciate
Talk
y'all
about a real warrior.
hanging out with us.
I'm
And
telling you, man.
yeah, I know Tata's a soldier. He's still here. Tata, what time is it in Liberia, Tatas? We
It's
got
after 4.
It's 4:47.
Oh, Lord.
13
have
minutes to
mercy.
5.
Yeah.
But Tata are self-employed.
That
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Tata.
Yeah.
Right? Right, Tata?
I mean, I bought me for himself. He ain't working for nobody.
They better wait for Joseph Boga. So you're not going to be the way at 8 o'clock.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Thank you
at
guys
least the flooding situation in our Vatan area coming go down. As soon as expand our whole
I will make a closing remark or no?
But Alex,
yeah.
are you?
You want
Alex,
to?
quick question. Are you related to J Botti?
I will do closing remark, Amy.
Are you?
You want close or Murray?
No, I mean if we're doing closing remark and just start. If we're not doing closing remark, then I'll see you guys, man.
I think closing. We're done that closing.
Yeah, you were asking questions to Ray.
Yeah, I said, are you related to that or
Thank
artist
you,
in
you
Liberia
guys.
with
Thank
the
y'all for coming.
J
And
Botti?
God's willing, one
No,
day
no,
we'll
no.
be